Man, I can't believe this crap, man. These cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I've listened to your record, made me go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's got less views now than Glen Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke at some weed, but you smoked yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you're gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against a cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we have
that.
title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audits. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. But I'm in a stall, she cried. Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom, DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy, because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while, the woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom. And that's a true story. Absolute true story.
Oh man, I love that. That was great.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the stream. Good morning, Hezokuai land, and hello to all the rashers out there. I'm glad you could join us this a beautiful Thursday morning. All right, glad to have you all here today. Let's see, on today's episode of the Rise and Shine with Hezokuai show, we're going to begin with a couple videos showing sovereign citizens in court trying to argue their stupidity with a judge, followed by a video of someone who decided not to show up to court, but to call the police instead and tell them why they thought it wasn't fair for them to have to go to court in the first place. And then we're going to follow that up with a good old-fashioned frauditor getting arrested. And then finally a frauditor getting his camera smashed by a random citizen. The people are finally fighting back. Yes. Yes. And then from there we'll play it by ear. But that's the plan for this morning, so stay tuned if you're interested in any of that stuff. Let's see who's all here so far. Let's see, the first person we got this morning was our Australian Aussie man, Pack. What's up, Pack? Hello, thank you for coming out. News Now Enemy was next, and then that was followed by the one and only Nancy Marcho is here. That's right, and Greg Jonick came to join us again. Space Trucker, of course, and as always. And we got Julie Weaver. What's up, Julie? Good to see you. Great to have you here, as always. Let's see, Space Trucker, Terry Barnes is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, friends. Rise and shine with Hezokuai. That's what we do. Texas Tim is in the house. All right. Yeah, all my exes live in Texas. Actually, none of them do. But hey, what are you going to do? Let's see. We got Terry Barnes in the house. Julie Weaver. Pack. Let's see. Nada Brat's in the house giving out hugs to everybody. That's our favorite. We love a good hug in the morning. Helps you start your day on the good foot. Get on the good foot. All right. Hey, what's up, Nada Brat? Good to see you here. Does that run everyone? No, not at all. Hugs there. Oh, but only the enemy. All right. Hugs. Oh, she gave individual hugs to everybody. We got Salacious in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Gotta love having Salacious around. My wonderful, beautiful, fantastic producer. News Now Enemy Salacious. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Script Cat is here. Yes, that's right. Script Cat is here, ladies and gentlemen. Not a brat, Salacious. News Now Enemy. Let's see, who else do we have in the house on Thursday? 2 more days till the weekend. Oh, man, and let me tell you something. This Saturday's show with our guest, Frauditor Reaper, is going to be great. Don't forget to join us Saturday at 4 or 5 Eastern time with me, Frauditor News Network, and our guest, the one and only Frauditor Reaper. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get that on the screen here. Boom, there you go. There's our lineup for the Saturday show. And let's see who else we got. We got Salacious. Zuzu Zyquin. Yeah, what's up, Zuzu? Great to see you again. Thanks for holding my spot, everybody. I'm first. I don't care if Peck was here before me. You held my spot. Beautiful. I love it. Let's see. Salacious, Zuzus. Ladies and gentlemen, whoa, oh, God, hey, oh, I just realized what that, hey, all right. Well, good morning to you too, Mr. Hole. I'm not going to put that on screen again. All right, thank you, Xerxes I Quit, Script Cat. Oh, Weed Skador's in the house. What's up, Weed Skador? Great to have you here. Vestige of Peace is in the house. What's up? Big hugs for everybody. Love it. Love you. Thank you so much for joining us. News Now Enemy, Script Cat, Salacious, Weed Skador. Let's see. Oh boy, let's see. Just looking to see who else. Oh, Just Another Nut is here. What's up? Good to see you as always. Let's see. Vestige of Peace, Weed Skador, Space Trucker. Hey, Norfolk Southern Pokey District is here. It's been a minute. How you doing, buddy? All right, great to see you. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to do that. I can just do that. All right. Smoking paint is bad. Yeah, ask any frauditor. They're either eating it or smoking it or something. I can't tell which, though. Terry Barnes. Ikiss is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Always great to see you here, Ikiss. Ikiss, great to have you. As always. Let's see. Vestige of Peace. Scott Ammo's in the house. What's up? Ammo feels better today. That's good. That's very good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Round of applause for Scott Ammo. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Zeus Equin. Salacious. Let's see. Oh, we got Gina Lehue in the house. What's up? How's it going? Good morning, Rashers. Good morning, Frauditor Follies. That's me. What's up? Stan Hankins. Hey, what's up with you? How's it going? You know what's funny is your little avatar picture there is you holding a baby, but it actually took me a long time to figure that out because it's small on the side of the screen, and the to me just glancing at it, it always looked like a Muppet, and the crook of the baby's arm was the mouth, and the two little dots on his shirt were like the eyes. I always thought it was like somebody holding like a puppet or a Muppet or something. Then I realized no, it's a baby. Oops. Yeah, but I have to make it big to see that because when it's just in the side chat on my little, 15-inch screen, which makes that probably like 3 by 3 pixels, it looked like a puppet. But then I click, I was like, oh, he's holding a baby. Aw. Good morning, Stan, and welcome to the show. Oh, thank you very much. All right, let's see. We got Gina Lehue, Stan Hankins, praise the Lord and pass the biscuits. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's what I call a good morning right there. You can't get better than that. We got Graham from the Graham and Bob Show in the house. Him and I are actually currently working on a remix of the Hezokuai Happy Dance. That's coming soon with DJ Bob. Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. It'll once it's done, it'll be on both. Obviously, him and me. He and I will both have it on our channels. So, plausible reliability is in the house, and he makes perfect sense when he's not talking. Wait, what? Like a frauditor, they make sense when they're not talking. Am I free to go? Well, then I'm free to stay. That's right. Methodist Dave, what's up? Good morning, big family. That's right. Oh, good morning, Rash family. Big hugs. All right. Is that a hugs? Yeah, why not? Look, we like hugs, so we'll take it as hugs. Nancy Marcho, not a brat. Message in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting the day off already with a $4 super sticker from Greg Jonick, which means that it's already time for our first Hezokuai Happy Dance of the day. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Vestige of Peace is here. What's up? Gina, Methodist Dave, Little Chihuahua, Big World, Darling Renee, what's up? Good to see you. Let's see. Darling Renee, Methodist Dave, who else is here? Oh, look at this. And now, another $2. Good morning, Hezokuai. Put Little Chihuahua in there. Another entry in our April raffle for Little Chihuahua and another Hezokuai Happy Dance. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a beautiful way to start the day. Let's see. We got LaDonna Rogers in the house. What's up? And Nancy Marshall and Adela's here again. All right. Good morning to all. Going on a mini vacation this afternoon to celebrate my birthday. All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Now Weird Al's gonna call me and sue. My birthday is Monday. Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations. A woman's not supposed to tell her age. Like my mom was 23 until she was like 65. Salacious. Let's see. Zeus Equin. Hey. What's up? Or was that a clap? All right. Good morning. Vestige of Peace. Harvey Brown has got the Fraggle Rock going on. He heard me talking about the puppets and the Muppets. You can't beat it. Don't know how to treat it. You're going to be well seated in the well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. All right. Harvey Brown, what's up? Care Bear's in the house. What's up, Care Bear? Great to see you. Not a brat. Nancy Marcho, Terry Barnes, Salacious Graham, not a brat. And I think that catches us up for this morning. And so another round of applause for my Hezokuai crew, my fans, the best fans in the world. Love you guys all the way so much. This is great. Love spending my mornings with all y'all. All y'all. Oh boy, today's going to be a good day. I got a lot of good stuff in store for you, a lot of good videos to watch. I'm working on some stuff on the side. Like I said, Saturday show, it's going to be good. I always like it when whoever my guest is going to be on Saturday contacts me ahead of time, because I love actually planning out, the Saturday show and, what it's going to be, what we're going to talk about, what we're going to do. And I talked to Frauditor Reaper yesterday, so we're working together. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a banger. Don't forget to check us out on Saturday. Once again, got that to look forward to. We will have our normal sponsors. Graham's here right now, Graham and Bob's. The Graham and Bob Show is one of our sponsors. Yes, we'll be playing some of their stuff on the show. That's right. And also to look forward to on Saturday is an appearance by the one and only Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Rube Maximilian's here. What's up, Rube? Oh my God, it's another good morning to Hez and the rest of the Rash crew from the left coast. All right. Now that's what I call an intro. That's a good way to say hello right there. So real quick, let's get all the little business stuff out of the way before we start the show. As you know, I got my Series 1 of my Frauditor card game. This April is the last month to get them. After this set is going to be retired. If you want to just get the cards flat out, email me. We'll talk about it, see what we need to do to set that up for you. But if you join the raffle and you win, the grand prize is going to be a book identical to this one. The only difference is that this one's mine. And the only difference is going to be right in the center is going to be a Schrodinger's Cat limited edition individual numbered holofoil card. Right? And right next to the regular Schrodinger's Cat card, you can see there's the regular one, and there's the holofoil one, and there's the Frauditor Troll card, Vilified Freedom, and Hezokuai card. But the way you can tell is on the back. The back is going to be different for the holofoil card, and they're numbered. See, mine's number 2. Number 1 went to a Marvel girl. But anyway, you're going to get a book just like this with the entire set of Series 1. It's going to be all in there, all laid out nice like this, just like this, in order, just like they are here. Again, the only difference will be that your holofoil Schrodinger's Cat card will have a different number on the back. And in the back of this, there's going to be extra pages too. So that, like, if you get any more of my cards, or if you ever had any others, or if you want to get Series 2 when it comes out, whatever, there'll be plenty of blank pages for you to put more stuff. So, oh yeah, the handle's going to be spelled right. Yes, the handle's going to be spelled right. Is it? Hold on. Because these are the ones I'm going to load into it, literally. So on this one, handle is spelled right, but Frauditor is spelled wrong. There's no T in the Frauditor. So I'm still updating and making changes. But anyway, these are going to be the ones that are going to be in the folder that you win. So you get that misspelling error to look forward to, as well as a copy of my book. Yes, the Frauditor's Handbook by Hezokuai Jenkins will also be included in the grand prize. And, of course, there will be other surprises. But, like I always say, until I physically have everything in my hands, I don't like to announce it. Because if for whatever reason stuff doesn't come in from, shipping to me on time, I don't want to be a liar because I promised you something that I don't have. Rose, what's up? Click on link of Cowboys on the screen. That's right. Gotta love it. Anyway, something just fell on my foot. That was my Ethernet cable. That is extremely weird. Okay, anyway. Good morning, everybody. And so, The first video we're going to watch today is a video from, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Old Squishy Gardner, one of our favorites. Yes, we love Old Squishy Gardner. Like he says in his all right, I didn't mean to do that, but you guys got yourself a mini happy dance as a result. Dag birds, stupid crow. Anyway, like Old Squishy Gardner always says, he watches the court cases so you don't have to. He edits them down to bite-sized chunks that are much more palatable. So we're going to watch an Old Squishy Gardner video called 2 Judges, 2 Soft Sit Shutdowns. I'm a 5/5 man, not a 3/5 Dred Scott legal case. Oh boy, that's going to be one of those arguments. Oh, I can't wait. And so, ladies and gentlemen, without too much further ado, because, you know, this is what always happens when I go live. See, this is why, like, eventually, someday, I would, like, not necessarily trying to be greedy or think, hey, Roshin's in the house. What's up? I didn't see him a minute ago. What's up? Good to see you. Not, you know, it's just, I see, like, this fancy pants stuff. Like, I watched someone like Blue Bacon, right? Which, by the way, Hezokuai Jenkins, the only YouTube creator that's Hezokuai Jenkins, the only YouTube creator that's as handsome as Blue Bacon, or even more. All right. Thank you very much. That's how I like to introduce myself. Anyway, when I watch Blue Bacon, right, his show is so smooth, it's so slick, and he's told the story before. He actually has this fancy pants like foot pedal thing that I didn't even know existed, but he was talking about it, and he's like, he's got his computers plugged into it. So like while he's like me, I'm sitting here doing this and I'm trying to control stuff, so then I gotta go and click on this link to pull this video up and do this. He could do this stuff with his feet while he's talking, and it's like, holy crap, the technology they have nowadays for this kind of stuff is amazing. Anyway, I don't know, it's just I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I do. The point I'm trying to make, ladies and gentlemen, is that the more I do this, the more I get better at doing it. But I see, like, when I watch other creators and I watch their content, it's like, man, their show is so smooth and so slick. And it makes me feel like mine's just this big clunky, like, hold on, guys, let me click on this link. And let me bring this up. Like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but it's all the technology, man. There's only so much. Yeah, as a guitarist, I use foot pedals a lot. Exactly. But anyway, it's just, I guess the point is, it just blows my mind when I see the technology involved. Being a creator, right? I see it from the other side. So when I watch other creators' videos, I realize, like, wow, this guy must have an amazing setup to be able to pull this stuff off. It's amazing what they got nowadays. But anyway, we're supposed to be watching an Old Squishy Gardner video, not having a 2-hour discussion about modern technology and how far it has come. It's just, again, while I was pulling up the video, even if it only takes a couple seconds, when I'm on live, I feel like it's taken forever. My audience must be going nuts waiting for me to do something. I know you guys aren't, but I'm just saying, it feels like a long time to me, even if it's just a couple seconds. Anyway, none of that's going to matter. And thank goodness I have the best fans in the world, because the fact of the matter is, I can relax now. Because I got a $2 super chat from Space Trucker. Yes, and Not a Brat is going to be added to this month's raffle. Thank you, Super Space Trucker, for buying an entry to Not a Brat. And that entitles you to a Hezekiah Happy Dance. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And now, that's the perfect time to segue into the Old Squishy Gardner video.
Pearson. Emmanuel Wiley Pearson.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can't see you here. I can't see you, but
Hello?
put yourself on the video, and what case are you here on? What case are
Can
you
you hear
here
me,
on,
sir?
Pearson? What case are you here on?
The one on Ziegler Street.
What's the case number?
Case number is, give me 1 second. You have it. You just brought it up. Yeah. Case number is 22-02-0259.
Hang on 1 second, because you're not on my docket today, so hang on.
Call my name, sir.
What's that?
You just call my name, Your Honor.
I did, because it's written on the Zoom name. It's not on my docket sheet, though. Case
Okay.
number 22-02-0259.
Yes, sir.
Wayne County Land Bank. Versus all occupants, okay? So you live on Ziegler Street?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, so. Today's the date and time set for a pretrial. Attorney Brooks,
Your Honor, may I make any statements regarding any matters in this case?
first off, put yourself on the video, because this is a video conference. I'm not gonna talk to your hair.
Oh, I apologize. This is going so slow.
Yeah.
I said, am I able to make any statements regarding any matters in this case?
Are you going to be able to make statements?
I mean, in today's hearing right now, can I make some statements?
Today's just a pretrial. Today is just an opportunity for you to meet with the other side, discuss the matter, and then next week is the hearing. So there's really no statements being made today. Today is just a pretrial. So I'm gonna put you and Ms. Brooks, into breakout room 2.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Brooks, you had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Pearson.
I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Pearson, with the phone, are you recording this right now?
No, I'm trying to make sure you can see my face. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. I can see you.
Okay.
Okay,
yes.
So what is your name for the record? Just so I make sure I have it correct.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Quentin Wiley Pearson L.
Okay, so hang on, Emmanuel, so I'm gonna write this down. Emmanuel Pearson Wiley.
No, middle name is Quentin. Last name is gonna be Wiley Pearson L.
Oh, okay. Hyphenated or no on the Wiley Pearson?
No hyphenated.
All right. And I'm gonna have to ask you to, if you could, the middle name, could you spell that for me?
Yes, Quentin.
Okay. And then L, is there a comma after the Pearson and then an L, or a hyphen and an L, or just L?
No, sir, just EL.
Okay, sure. All righty, and you are currently residing at Ziegler and Taylor?
Yes, but I have additional properties. I might not be there every night, but that is one of my houses. The gas is on, electricity is on in my name.
Okay.
My neighbors
All right, well,
harass me.
This is a termination of tenancy. So the alleged rightful owner is asking that you vacate the premises, and we're set to have a hearing on March the 1st at 1:15. Did you guys work anything out, or we're just gonna come to hearing on March 1st?
They no longer have a lien. I removed their lien in the district court. I have a federal open case number. She tried to read me a case number that was already closed. Then she had an action that pertained nothing to the defendant that it was listed, was with an old defendant in which we made errors. There was no errors.
So, hold on, Mr. Do you prefer Mr. Pearson, Mr. L? I just want to.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yes, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Mr. Pearson, today's not the hearing. Nobody's under oath. Today's just a pretrial. I'm just saying, So Ms. Brooks, are you prepared to go to a hearing on the first?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do the parties need any time to file any motions or briefs
Yes.
for motions?
Yes, absolutely.
So are
Even though
those
I'm
filed
filing
by-
a notice of, Your Honor,
Yeah,
I'm filing a notice of claim, removal from state court in the district court that it's already in, for an arbitral
well, wait,
award.
okay, first off, hang on. First off, I have original jurisdiction over any of the landlord tenant type stuff. Second, I have not received an order from any federal court vacating my authority and removing this to the federal level. So until
Yeah,
I
because
do, I still have jurisdiction. So,
No, I understand. That was because you have never received anything. You've
okay,
never received
so-
anything.
Sure. So we have it set for March 1st. I'll see everybody on March 1st, 1:15.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your
All right.
Honor.
And then, do we need to do this, I'm assuming that there's gonna be documentation.
Yes,
Okay, then let's do this in person
please.
here at the courthouse.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, I'm out of town.
Well, it's March 1st, so I'm having it here March 1st. So that's when we're having the hearing.
How do I put it?
It's too hard to do it by Zoom when there's a bunch of documents to look at. So if people have documents to look at, I want to make sure everybody can see them. I want to be able to see them. So we're gonna set this, it's already set for March 1st. I'm just saying that it's gonna be in person here at the courthouse. So I'll see
I can
everybody
do-
here at 1:15 on March 1st.
I can do it in
Thank-
chambers and
thanks, Your Honor.
special appearance. I can do it in chambers by special appearance.
Say again?
I can do it in chambers by special appearance.
Okay, you're gonna show up here at the court on March 1st. All right.
Yes, through the mail.
All right, I'll see you here on March 1st in person, everybody.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank
Everybody out there in YouTube land and everybody here at the 23rd watching. Have the rest of your day. Have a smart.
Numbers 31 and 32, People versus Taft.
Just real quick before we move on to the next one, a little bit of a summary of what we just saw. It's amazing to me how this whole thing with these guys, and he seems more like a Moor, but I mean they're still sovereign citizens basically, right? It's always amazing to me, like there seems to be this idea that if I fill out paperwork, like, I mean, think about it. This is literally what we're talking about. What happened in that case? If you don't, it's always hard to explain because we're trying to explain the way idiots think, right? So it's like trying to make sense out of something that's nonsense is hard sometimes to articulate it properly to an intelligent person from an intelligent person. Like, so what is a stupid person thinking in their head? Well, actually, they're thinking a bunch of stupid crap. So I'm going to try to explain it. So I get an apartment, right? I rent a house, so I rent an apartment. So I go and I fill out a paper that's putting a lien on the property. Now, I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just filling out a form so that I don't have to pay rent. And then I'm giving it to somebody, and I stop paying rent. Now they're going to evict me because I haven't paid rent in forever. I go to court, but I filled out the paper. And whether you accept my paper or not doesn't matter because you don't have jurisdiction over me because I'm a Moor. So I get to just live here for free forever? And here's one of the things that I always thought was hilarious about the Moorish sovereign citizen movement. Let's say, for example, kind of like I always try to build this example, like if the Frauditors won, what would change? You'd be able to do stuff that nobody except for Frauditors are trying to do anyway? Yippee! Cool, now I could film in a post office. Well, guess what? I never wanted to. No one ever has ever wanted to. So who cares, right? But now, with the Moors, if they were to win and get their way, right? Let's say they got everyone out of the country that wasn't a Moor and put the Moors completely in charge of all the laws and everything, right? what would happen? No, nobody would have anything. Like, everyone would just decide they want to live somewhere. All right, where would the electricity come from? Because they're not paying for rent because it's theirs. They own it. All right. So now there's nobody running the electric company to power your so-called property. Well, you want to eat something? Well, I'll go to the store and buy food. There's nobody selling food in the grocery stores anymore because they don't have to work because they already own everything. So everything would fall apart. It would be like, an abandoned city like Chernobyl, but filled with people. But there'd be no electricity. There'd be no infrastructure at all. There'd be no anything. There'd just be a bunch of idiots walking around with fezzes going, well, I don't have to work or pay for anything because I'm a Moor and this is all my birthright. Okay. So then if nobody's working and nobody's doing anything, then nothing is working. Where's your water? Who's going to run the water pumps? Where's your electricity? Who's going to run the power company? Where are your roads? Who's going to build the roads? Where's your car? Who's going to build cars? You want to buy some? Who's going to work in a grocery store? Nobody works anymore because everything is just automatically owed to them. And you're supposed to just give them something without them doing anything to earn it. So how are they going to get anything? Like, that's why I don't understand their mentality. These people, the sovereign citizens, besides the basic script that they all have in common, what's the other thing that they all have in common? None of them ever think their ideas through to the logical conclusion. Okay, if the world actually did work the way we want it to work, what would happen? What would happen is that this would be a dystopian nightmare, and you'd be sitting there in the corner with your fez, not knowing what the heck's going on, and you would have literally nothing. And there'd be no way to get anything because everyone else is the same as you, just sitting there waiting for everything to get handed to them by the magical, mystical treaty of peace and friendship. That is the mystical power of making anything you want. You're overthinking it. I think I learned from Tones. I'm starting to overthink. It's simple. They deserve to get everything given to them, period. Love it. Oh, thank you. You guys are the best. All right, let's go to the next case.
Lewis, 16432 FH.
Well, this was adjourned from last week. So here we are.
So here we are. We have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Lewis.
Not really directly to Mr. Lewis. We did mention to Mr. Judge Conlon that I was thinking, based on the fact that he's been struggling financially, if the court would be willing to waive the waivable fees, that would leave him a $73 mandatory balance. We never really got that far. So
okay. All right, I see there's a range on bench warrant. He'll owe 73.
Yes, that's correct.
What's the amount of the waivable?
He owes $2,045.80. Of that total, $73 is mandatory.
Okay.
And he's paid $125 so far.
Mr. Attorney General, what do you have to say?
Well, I guess I'm not entirely clear on the basis of the violation. I don't have. I'm not sure I've received documents regarding that. With respect to the underlying child support case, Mr. Lewis currently owes $21,415.70, and he has a current obligation of $66 a month. That's 66. And his last payment was in August of 2022. Further, I also am not sure if Mr. Lewis has any representation in this matter or not.
No, I'll be representing myself.
Oh, okay.
I have PD written down here, but
I did try to see him this morning, Your Honor, but he said he's representing himself.
Yes, ma'am.
oh, okay. So I'm sorry, I thought Mr. Gaddy was here on this. Sorry. I
Two
can,
issues,
okay.
the collections issue and then the probation violation.
Okay. So as to the collection issue, I can waive the waivable amounts. And Mr. Petherbridge, if you submit an order for that, leave
Will do, Your Honor.
balance at 73, you said?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And Mr. Lewis.
Can I speak now, Your Honor?
Yep, just a minute.
No problem.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, pursuant to Court Rule 6005, you have to the assistance of an attorney. So I can read you this section here if you're interested
No,
in
ma'am. No, ma'am.
representing yourself.
Yes, I am, ma'am.
You are interested in representing yourself.
Yes, I've been
Okay, hold
representing
on.
myself since 2010, ma'am.
Okay, well, so then you've probably heard this a time or two, but we're supposed to read it to you every single time you come to court.
No problem.
Okay, so hold on just one second. Says here under subsection D, the court may, and this is in the initial waiver, so I'm assuming some other judge did this for you, but if not, here it goes. You are being advised that of the charge that you have in front of you, the violation of probation for which you have a VOP that is pending, alleges that you.
What does it say about the what's up, Josiah? What does it say about the person when they say, hey, you know, you have the right to represent yourself? And he goes, oh, yeah, I know. I've been representing myself in these cases for over 10 years now. Like, okay, so you're in an orange jumpsuit. So you're obviously already in prison. And you're, how's that representing yourself working out for you there, pal? Like, come on. These people, I really, really, really don't understand. What's up, Ray W? Hey, what's up? Just came in on my phone. Too hard to mention everyone by name. Sorry, that's all right. We all love you. Hugs and kisses to Ray W, everybody. Yeah, all right, all right. And a round of applause for everybody. I love all you guys so much. So anyway, we're watching this idiot with this case here and seeing the stupidity that is on display. As always, morons gonna moron. They can't help themselves, dagnabbit. They throw themselves under the bus when they represent themselves. Oh, I like that. I like that. They throw themselves under the bus when they represent themselves. Oh, yes, Sovsits are idiots. That's why we call them Sov idiots. What's up, Flower Power? So for anyone just joining us, yes, we're starting the day by watching some sovereign citizens in court. Then we're going to follow that up with a frauditor who didn't show up to court, but decided to call the cops, to explain why he didn't feel like he should show up to his court case. And then from there, we're going to show a sovereign citizen getting arrested and then a frauditor getting their camera smashed by a random citizen. It's going to be a great show. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. But in the meantime, let's get back to this trial. One of these things with these trial videos, and I plan on eventually, you know, taking some of this court footage and re-editing it to make it a little bit sharper. Because I noticed any kind of, what's up, Silvio? Good to see you. Any kind of court hearings or anything like that, they always can be kind of boring, you know, but if you actually follow what's going on, what's being said, you start to realize it was like watching the Darrell Brooks case. It's like, yeah, there were only moments of like, wow, kind of crazy stuff going on. But overall, it's like, you know what? The whole thing, how come you've got normal canned laughter? What, you mean like this? Or this? I should make my own. Here's the thing, okay? And this is sort of like what I was talking about earlier. Like, in the last month or two, I've made a lot of upgrades to my studio and the show and what I'm doing here. But the fact of the matter is, you know, I'm not rich. and all this cool fancy stuff I'm getting the really, really cheap versions of all of that. So like my soundboard is the most basic, bottom of the line, standard soundboard you could get. They do have them where you can program all the buttons to do whatever custom sounds you want them to do. But those are the ones that are a little bit more expensive. So you're going to have to accept the canned laughter I give you. And the applause that I give you. For now. Eventually I'll add even like my own music like this. That's not my tune, you know. Eventually I could like put my, now that's become a thing. I'm going to have to keep that. But anyway, I can't customize it all. I have a play button. So with this one, what I could do is I could actually take like a third object, like an iPad or iPod or any kind of a phone thing, whatever, something that has other sounds in it. And I have a button where I can play and pause sounds from another device, but I can't set this thing up to play directly out of this when I press the buttons here. But I'm getting too technical. All that just for answer one question. So instead, let's just celebrate. Right up yours with the $2 super chat. No, I think I'd rather have the happy dance. All right, here's a happy dance for right up yours. All right. Thank you so much. Love it, love the support. Yeah, hit the like button. Don't wait, what? Anyway, let's get back to the video, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, going to court and being an idiot is what I do. Cause I'm a dumb dummity dumb dumb.
You violated condition number 3 about making a truthful report to your probation officer monthly, as that they required, and that you failed to report on 1/26/23, and that you on 1/27/23 a call was placed to you and contact was made. You said you were going to turn yourself in on the warrant. The potential penalty in this case is up to 5 years and or $5,000. And I will read this verbatim. Advising the defendant of the charge, the maximum possible prison sentence for the offense, any mandatory minimum required by law, and the risk involving self-representation. In addition to that, I will offer you the opportunity to consult with a lawyer that you can retain of your choosing. Currently you're in custody, so I'd also appoint the public defender's office if you wanted assistance. That's my understanding that you are not interested.
No assistance needed, Your Honor.
Okay. This is your choice. All right, so how are we proceeding with the violation of probation?
Your Honor, I don't respect the reason I'm here today, but I will not disrespect your court because of others' egregious actions towards me. This is our first time meeting, and I plan on it being our last. Before Mr. Breckenbridge left, I would have liked to address the whole panel. So that I had just a few questions for him to set precedent so that everyone's stance could be evident and clear and no misinterpretations. But I see Mr. Breckenbridge tucked tail and ran.
Well, we're making a recording and he's still here. He just was out of the camera view.
Great. Mr. Breckenbridge, can you please state your full name and title for the record?
Mr. Lewis, this is not your hearing.
I can't address the panel.
There's no panel.
You have the probation officer, you have the court fines and fee officer, and you have the assistant.
And everyone put their appearances on the record. So we're going to move it along.
No problem. I can get right to it. That is fine.
All right.
The law is my protection and I shall find remedy in it. Before we begin this process, I would like to address the court. In addressing the court, I would like to fully read and completely express all information today without interruption. I have two questions for the court. First question is, are all laws commercial? Second question.
Mr. Lewis.
Yes, ma'am.
You have we have a violation of probation in front of you. I understand that you have been arraigned on the violation of probation. And because you are decided that you want to act as your own counsel, I will hold you to the same standards as I would any other defense counsel in this same procedure and within this same case. So as to the violation of probation, you can accept responsibility by pleading guilty to the violation or no contest. You can set this matter for a hearing in which we go forward, but this is not your hearing to run. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to address the court and put on record some variable value information. And by
Asking me questions is not putting information that you have on the record.
Yes, ma'am. I won't ask any more questions. Can I finish my statement? I have.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going on inside this guy's brain. Stupid pros. Anyway, listen. So, what's happening here? What are we looking at? So this idiot goes, I would like to read my statement without any interruptions, please. Okay, fine. We won't interrupt you. I have two questions for the court. Question number one, are all laws commercial? Okay, listen. Oh, now he's got this attitude already like, see, I thought I wasn't going to be interrupted. Well, you just asked a question. And what is that question? We know the judge probably doesn't even, or maybe she does, and that's why she immediately squashed it. But it's like, we know what these idiots are trying to say, right? Because we see this all the time. All laws are commercial. See, this is why, this is a great example as to why I cannot even begin to understand the mentality of these people. Because if all laws are only for commercial activity, right? Because he said all laws. He didn't say the whole old school like, oh, well, if I'm traveling, I'm not driving because it's not in a commercial capacity. He's saying all laws are commercial. So in other words, if I murder somebody, but I didn't do it for money, then that's okay. What about rape? That you're not getting paid to do that. You're just doing that because you think it's fun if you're one of those kind of people. So, hey, that's not for commercial, so the laws don't apply to me because it's not commercial activity. Like, how the problem is you're applying logic. That's your first mistake. That's right. Oh, man. The only way to make my brain feel better is another happy dance. All right. Oh, no, all right. Let's get back to it while I fix my audio issue.
No more questions.
My question for you is, how are we proceeding with the hearing today? Are we proceeding with an acceptance, or are we proceeding that we need to set this matter for hearing?
Ma'am, this is not even a hearing that we should be having. If I could finish my statement, you could see that unless the AG has certain information, this is totally in violation, and I'm not able to express myself. Like I said, I have no more questions. I just would like to read the information I have.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have introducing from Ray W. a $5 super chat, which not only gets her name once again entered into the raffle, but entitles her to a Hezokuai happy dance. Oh, miscue. All right. All right. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. I love the support and the appreciation. And let's get back to the video.
And then they can go which direction they want to after the information has been expressed.
Okay, tell me if you feel like the petition for your violation of probation is wanton in some regard.
It is not wanted at all, Your Honor. I shouldn't be.
It's not wanton?
I shouldn't be.
So you believe that it's accurate?
No, I believe it's inaccurate. I believe me being on probation is
Okay.
inaccurate.
Quickly, Mr. Taft, Lewis.
I can finish. Thank you. I am the de jure. I'm not an imbecile in law. I do not surrender my inalienable rights for any civil liberties. I am a five-fifths realized being and not a three-fifths dress got compromised imbecile in law. I'm here today for the non-payment of what is commonly known as child support. For the record, there's no such thing as child support. The real reason I'm here today is because you're trying to enforce a contract/agreement by forcing me or compelling me to be a surety for.
Mr. Lewis, are you telling me that you're a sovereign citizen and you do not believe that the orders of the court apply to you?
Ma'am, I'm not sovereign at all. I'm just speaking, I'm just expressing why.
That's what you just said.
I said I'm a five-fifths realized being, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, that's
So
not.
these are, I need you, if you can't answer my question, we're gonna adjourn this until you can get a hearing, and I'm gonna appoint standby counsel with a public defender.
I don't want counsel, ma'am. I just want to
I
finish.
understand that. So what I want you to do, you don't have to have Mr. Gaddy right next to you during your event, but your hearing for next week. But what I want you to do is talk to him about your available option, because what's very clear to me is that you're not listening to the questions that are being posed to the court. Right? I say, are we having a hearing or are you accepting responsibility? I need an answer to that before we can go forward. You making a statement isn't evidence. That's not evidence, Mr. Lewis. And because you want to represent yourself, you're going to be held to the same standard as if you were a defense attorney appearing in front of this court. You can change your mind about that and have Mr. Gaddy represent you.
No, I don't want to.
But in the meantime, I'd like for you to talk to him in the next week so that you guys can discuss what the proper way is to go about dealing with the court. Because as of right now, you're not following the proper criminal procedure. You don't get to just make statements. There's an order to things. So you can find that out for Mr. Gaddy. This case is adjourned until next week. We'll see you back on the 6th. Or exactly, Ms. Armstrong, does that give you enough time or do you need to put it up 2 weeks?
Be released.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Attorney General, does that give you enough time to do a writ or do you need more time than that?
Judge, our office will request 2 weeks, just to ensure we have time.
We'll put it up 2 weeks.
Am I being remanded to jail, ma'am, or am I free to be released and come back in? Because I came in on my own accords, ma'am. I have no problem with coming back. Whatever day.
Like to make a bond motion, I'll hear that.
Yes, I would.
First, I'll put the recommendation from probation on the record.
Thank you.
The recommendation is for Mr. Lewis to serve 4 days in jail with 4 days credit. And to report to Agent Priest, to report to probation on March 2nd in the office. Your Honor, I'd also like to make note that I have a note here that indicates. Your Honor, may we approach?
Yeah. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you, we need to have a private conversation because we have Mr. Attorney General is not here in person. We have to clear the
I'll be right
courtroom.
back. I gotta go grab some coffee.
That prosecutors. Okay, Mr. Taft Lewis, got additional information. You know, if you wanted to see me, there's a different way to do that. If you have a motion, or part of that is by working with an attorney who knows how to navigate the procedures of the court. Again, your choice not to use an attorney. I still have the standby counsel for the public defender should you choose to avail yourself of their decades of legal knowledge that might help you navigate this process.
Ma'am, I thought this was the hearing. I didn't know it.
Pardon?
I thought this was the hearing because last week I could not speak also because he said it was your case and I would be able to have my turn to speak when I was in front of you. Now I'm in front of you and you're telling me this isn't the hearing also. So I didn't know how you guys were going to proceed. I just want to be heard on what information I have. Like I said before, I asked for this warrant so that I could get in front of you, so that I could say this information to see which way.
And Mr. Taft Lewis, that's exactly what I'm saying, is that if you had used the assistance of the public defender's office or your attorney who assisted you at the time of your case, you wouldn't have had to violate your probation to get in front of this court. I don't believe that you are a flight risk. I think you just made poor decisions. So I am going to release you, but you're to respond here in person, which is March 6th.
No problem.
On Monday at 1:30, and that is the date and time set for your hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, I would expect you to follow the proper procedure that any other criminal defense attorney would be held to the same standard. You
Your
still
Honor.
have the public
Yep.
defender at your disposal if you choose to consult with them.
No problem.
Could you also order him to
Yes, I
report in
appreciate
person,
it.
probation officer?
You'll have to report to probation tomorrow, I'm sorry, March 2nd?
Yes.
You'll report to probation on March 2nd to meet with your agent.
Which agent is that? Is that Agent Moses, Agent Miller, or Agent Priest?
Agent Priest.
No problem.
Your Honor, if I might, if I could ask Mr. Lewis to contact my office and give us the, address and phone number.
Did you hear that, Mr. Lewis? The public
Yes, I did.
defender is availing themselves to you.
I have no comment on that, but yes, I did hear him, ma'am.
I'm releasing you on PR.
Much appreciated, ma'am.
All right, so that's enough of that one. I love the ending there. Yeah, I have no comment on that. See, this goes back to this whole idea, and I've seen it many times with these butterbrain douche canoes. This is so stupid. It's what's up, what's up, Rijara? What's up, morning? Morning to you. So anyway, I've seen this before a few times, and it's amazing. And I've actually seen people make literally this argument, but that's a little bit more rare. Hey, Society Reds in the house. What's up? So it is the same argument, but like I said, I've actually seen people make the specific argument I'm about to talk about, but what he just said is essentially the same argument. It's just going about it in a different way. And it's such a nonsensical, insane argument. It's this idea that, okay, so I am not going to give up any of my rights, any of them, no matter what. I'm sticking to all of my rights. Okay, cool. You have a right to an attorney. That way the courts can't force you to just be there and have nobody sticking up for you on your side, trying to make a defense for you, trying to help you understand how court proceedings work so that we could just railroad you, right? You have a right to have an attorney to help you out, to help you figure out what's going on and what to do and how to do it. Awesome. But just in case you don't think the attorney's going to actually properly handle your case, you do also have the right to represent yourself. Well, I am keeping all of my rights. Okay. But you have the right to an attorney and you have the right to represent yourself. If you take an attorney, then you're waiving your right to represent yourself. If you represent yourself, then you're waiving your right to an attorney. Well, I want to do both. Well, guess what? There actually is a way to do both. It exists. There is a compromise. I will appoint standby counsel. That way you could still represent yourself, but when you have a motion and you don't know how to file it, because all the motions these guys file, half the time they never even make it to the judge. But judge, you never saw any of the paperwork I sent. Well, you didn't send it properly, so it never got to me. If you had a lawyer Or standby counsel, you could say, hey, how do I do this? And they'd say, oh, you got to send these to this guy. Done. But I won't accept standby counsel. Okay, so wait a minute. You won't waive any of your rights. Although you can't have a lawyer and not have a lawyer, which are two different rights that you can't do both. You can't. Okay, fine. We'll compromise it. We'll give you standby counsel, but you refuse standby counsel. You can't win. Just like with the Frauditors. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, you can't win. You're not going to win. You'll never win. These idiots don't allow. Yes, Silvio. I saw you put that in there the other day, and that is a great idea. That'd take time to grow and everything. But you know what? I know exactly what you're talking about. Like if you go to Disney World, they have, the flowers, the different color flowers are put together like pixels, right? In a drawing or like, like a painting in the old days when they would just put the dots in there and, you look at it from a distance and you see like a bunch of people standing in a garden and you're like, what's so impressive about that? And then you get up close and you look at the painting and you see it's nothing but just random dots. It looks like it's just random dots when you're up close. When you're far away, it's a bunch of people standing in a garden. It's like pixels. But they use the different color flowers like pixels to draw like, it's just a field of flowers, but it looks like Mickey Mouse or, Goofy or whatever because they use that. So I know what you're saying, like to make the Frauditors out of the flowers and charge people to come look at it. That'd be great. So now all I need to do is win the lottery, buy a big old piece of land, and then start growing the flowers on it. Oh, no, that is a great idea, though. Like, there would be some way to work something like that out. That'd be fun. Standby counsel isn't always an option. Yes, but also, if you remember Daryl Brooks, if you go back, you can look it up because it's still up there. They never deleted any of his trial. The first few days of the trial were him arguing about whether or not he was going to have counsel or how that was going to be handled, this and that. So it was a big thing. But ladies and gentlemen, right now, I would just like to mention that I got $25 Canadian from Vestige of Peace. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I had no idea. Happy birthday to you. I need my auto-tune. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Vestige of Peace. Happy birthday to you. All right. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the $25 Canadian. And that gets you, since it's your birthday, we're going to give you a triple Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Thank you so much, Vestige of Peace. One of the best supporters of the channel, one of my biggest fans. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And what's the other one? Oh, yeah. You say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. Anyway, wait a minute. Where's Perry? Where'd he go? I hope that old Doofenshmirtz isn't giving him a hard time again. Anyway, let's get to the next case. This is a KFAR video of a good old Judge Simpson case. This is Judge Simpson versus just a random lunatic, not necessarily a sovereign citizen, just a nutball. But before we get into that, we got another £5. Yes, a £5 super sticker from Potluck with the British Bulldog. We ain't fooling around here. Time to get a British Bulldog Hezokuai happy dance. All right. I don't know how that's any different. Davy Boy Smith. I don't know. He didn't do that. Thank you so very much. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. It is appreciated. I appreciate the appreciation. Oh, I love you guys so much. You make my days so much fun. Judge Simpson versus Crazy Man, starring K-Far. Yes. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy.
Easy. Let's go.
Court does call the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus Isaiah Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Danielle Russo Bennett, Assistant Attorney General on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Danian Woodson on behalf of Mr. Williams.
To do this, Mr. Williams, can you state your name, please?
Isaac Vernon Williams II.
All right. I do have the forensic evaluation. Did everybody get a copy of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any additional information regarding the issue of competency?
Not from the people, Your Honor. We would stipulate that Dr. Jeffrey Wendt, if he was called to testify,
Yes, Your Honor.
he would be testifying consistent with his report that Mr. Williams is competent.
And defense stipulates to that as well, Your Honor. I have had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Williams after reviewing the report, and I do agree with its findings at this time.
All right. The court, upon reviewing that report, would find that the defendant is competent to stand trial. Specifically, the court would indicate that based upon that report, the defendant understands the nature and objects of the proceedings against him and can rationally assist in his defense. Therefore, the defendant is deemed competent. I would need an order regarding that filed with the court so that I can sign off, but I will sign off once we receive the order. Okay.
So real quick, before we even get into it, this is a really good example of how a lot of this craziness starts with these idiots, because what is it? It's the competency hearing, right? You can always say, hey, I have the right to represent myself. It's like, okay, but do you have the ability? Right? So the judge has to figure that out. Because in the last one we watched, we were just talking about that, right? This whole idea of, well, what if you want to represent yourself and, you're having your rights to do it, and whether them appointing counsel is a violation of your rights and all this nonsense these idiots like to argue in court. So this guy, he obviously did pretty good in his, his competency hearing. So let's find out just where the crazy comes in. Can't wait.
So where
at
do
least
we
his
need to
name
go
isn't
from here?
Isaiah Williams
We need to
Obey.
set for their examination, I'm sure.
And Your Honor, I apologize. I didn't mean to cut Ms. Whitson off. I do need, we had talked briefly via email whether it was going to be a waiver or a hold. I think he is going to hold. It is probably going to be a lengthy exam, Your Honor. So it might have to be done in parts because I'm sure the court cannot dedicate an entire day to us. But I am just going to reschedule.
I'm sorry. Oh, that makes way more sense now. They're talking about his competency hearing, but it hasn't happened yet? Oh, okay. So maybe they're going to find that he's incompetent? I don't know. I'm sorry. See, this is interesting to me because I love the way that these proceedings, especially with Judge Simpson, and have you guys noticed that there are certain judges who, for whatever reason, live in a district where there's a ton of sovereign citizens, and they always get these same types of idiots in their courtroom? Judge Simpson's one of them. He deals with so many morons every day that I'm surprised that he isn't, he kind of is an expert at this point. Like, you come in, and the second he says, how do you plead? And you say, well, I don't believe in the jurisdiction. He's like, oh, shit. Oh, no, not another one of these idiots. But again, I like watching it. It's almost like the intrigue of like, okay, when is he going to realize that he's talking to a douche canoe? And then what's he going to do? Oh, this is great.
Few weeks.
Well, I had I had given my promise way back that I would hear the case and that I understood that that might take at least a day. So yes, we do have a date that we can dedicate to this, sort of foreseeing this coming.
Well, Your Honor, if I can address the court, please.
Well, hold on. I got to get your attorney back.
Okay.
Can we try to contact her?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Williams.
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
Attorney General, just sit tight for a second. We're going to get Ms. Woodson back and then I'll continue the proceeding, okay?
I think what Mrs. Wilson, the Attorney Wilson, was going to bring to the court attention, because I spoke with her yesterday, and I bring it to her attention that I will be standing pro paper silent.
Okay, Mr. Williams,
Yes.
I'm not going to hear anything until she's present. Okay, here she comes.
All right, Your Honor.
Hello?
Hello, Ms. Woodson.
Sorry.
Okay, there you are.
Yes.
Your Honor.
Okay.
I do want to make, I mean, I know we have a lot of movement. Sometimes dates need to get made. I do have 3 witnesses I got to bring in from out of state. So, we should obviously have a date that's gonna work.
Yeah, that's firm. Okay.
Your Honor, I'd appreciate if you'll let Mrs. Wilson bring it to the attention of the court that she is being relieved of as my counsel.
Hang on, Mr. Williams. Will May 1st work?
So.
I don't know. Would that give enough time to get the witnesses here?
I will do my best, Judge, and at the very least, and I don't want to bifurcate it, but if we have to, I can at least get some of the in-state witnesses on and at least get this going on May 1st.
That's right.
I think that's probably our best option because I know the court's so busy. Let's grab that date.
All right, Ms.
And
Woodson,
that works for me as well, Your Honor.
that would? Okay. So
Yes.
that's the date we'll go with. Mr. Williams wants to address the court. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Yes, Your Honor, Mrs. Wilson is being relieved as my attorney. That's the first thing I want to bring to the attention of the court. And also I wanted to ask the court that I need to be understood what the court has been holding me for a year. And then I find out here that there is a hearing set for, as it stated here, for June the 1st of 2023 to determine whether or not Olisa Susan Williams has been considered as even dead. That's what it states here, but the court has already issued this here case number 23-000104-M.
I don't, first of all, Mr. Williams, as to that part, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they're saying you holding me on behalf of this individual being dead. They're saying they haven't determined as being dead.
Judge,
That's what the hearing is all about.
Mr. Williams, okay, Your Honor, what he's referring to is I believe he was served with a probate matter because mom is finally, now that the charges have been filed, she is pursuing a death certificate in this matter. That's why he's being served with that. This is a homicide case and we are alleging Miss Olisa is very much dead.
Yes.
So then
Okay,
I'd
that
like it
answers
to be brought to
that.
My attention, you understand that, because I asked the court and filed with the court for account, you understand, by a licensed physician, the coroner, for to determine what their claiming is. I have nothing, you
Okay,
understand, about the
Mr.
court
Williams?
having There's been a death.
Mr. Williams. Okay, the first thing is, are you intending on representing yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
And I also would like to be brought into the courtroom, you understand, to represent myself and not on.
Oh, you will be here.
Thank
And
you, I appreciate that.
You will
Thank
be
you,
able to
Your
see
Honor.
me in all splendid color.
Thank
Yep,
you.
that day.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so we got May 1st. That's the date that you'll be here. Right now,
I love
Mr.
the fact
Williams,
that K-Farm
I'm
put
going to
that
leave
Daryl
Ms.
Brooks clip
Woodson
in
on
there.
the
That's
case.
awesome.
Okay, also, Your Honor, can I get a copy of the motion for discovery? I've been asking for a year. I've stated that to the court and I keep being denied a copy of the motion for discovery. Now, the United States Supreme Court justice said that I'm entitled to a copy.
Oh,
of the
Mr.
motion
Williams,
for
Mr.
discovery.
Williams, Mr. Williams,
Yes,
you
Your
want discovery. I
I've been
believe
asking for it for
discovery has
years.
already been provided to your attorney. Did you ask your attorney
The attorney
regarding
doesn't
that?
have a copy. I asked her, she doesn't have it.
Your Honor, I do have discovery, and I have given discovery to Mr. Wilson,
You
Mr.
have not
Williams.
given me a
He's
copy of
talking
your
about a
motion for
very
discovery. I'm
specific
sorry.
motion that he filed for discovery. I do not have that. I'm not sure when he filed that motion, but in terms of police reports and things like that, he does have that.
That's not a motion for discovery there. That's why you understand I don't need you as my counsel, Mr. Wilson, because you don't even know what a motion for discovery is.
Oh, she knows what it is. She
But then
found it not.
would she want to take a comment here on a murder case and don't have a copy of the motion for discovery?
She has discovery.
No, she does not, Your Honor.
She does.
No.
She very
have
much-
a
It's been
state
turned
police
over.
report. That's not a motion for discovery.
Okay, look. I am not going to sit here and argue with you, Mr. Williams.
Oh, I didn't realize I was arguing with you, Your Honor. Forgive me, please.
Ha! Okay, so just a quick little little wrap up for anyone who isn't following or doesn't quite understand exactly what they're talking about. When you represent yourself, okay, discovery essentially is whatever they're doing, right? It's basically like, you know, the evidence, right? In this case, he's talking about like the police report, things like that, right? The paperwork that you need from the other side to make your case, okay? So he put it, because he's representing himself, he put in a motion for discovery. Now, his lawyer has the discovery. She's like, here you go. And he's like, well, where's the motion for discovery that I filled out? Here's your discovery. No. Where's the motion for discovery that I filled out? That it's almost like here's an extreme oversimplification, but this guy's brain is obviously an oversimplification of a human brain. So let me explain it this way. It's like what this guy's arguing is like going to McDonald's and writing on a piece of paper, I need a Big Mac, large fries, and a Coke. Handing it to the cashier, and they give you your Big Mac, large fries, and a Coke, and then you look in the bag and you say, no, I want to talk to your manager. I want my money back. Like, why? Because where's the piece of paper that I gave you saying that I want a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke? Well, look, I gave you a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. Yeah, but you didn't put the piece of paper where I asked for those things in the bag. I want the whole case dismissed. I want my money back. How dare you not put the piece of paper where I asked for this back in the bag before you handed it to me? I want my money back. I want everyone who works here fired. I want to speak to your manager. It's the same thing. Look, we have your discovery right here. Yeah, but where's my motion that I filed for discovery? We filled it. Well, we didn't even fill it. We already we don't need to fill your motion for discovery. It's already filled. In fact, my example isn't even a good one, because specifically what this guy's saying would be like, they already got his order of a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke, gave it to him, and then he wrote on a piece of paper, I want a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke, and handed it to him. And it said, so, where is it? And like, there it is, in your hands, your bag with the Big Mac, fries, and the Coke. Yeah, but how come you didn't fill my order for that? There's your order. It's in your hands. You're holding it. Yeah, but I gave you an order for that. Yeah, but you already have it. Demos Nation, what's up? How does Hez know exactly what I did the last time I went to McDonald's? They're charging him with murder, but they don't have a body? Well... wait. So he wants them to bring the corpse in as discovery and throw it on his desk? Is that what? I understand what you're saying, but I think he just made it worse. The point is, the argument he's trying to make doesn't hold up because they already gave up the discovery. Now, he can argue whether or not that's enough for a conviction. In fact, that's what the trial is for. See, and that's another thing with all of these idiots, from the sovereign citizens getting pulled over to the frauditor who's just getting trespassed, no matter how little or big the crime is, because whether we're talking about a murder trial or anything, the whole problem, not the whole problem, but one of the many problems with these guys, right, is the fact that they're building up this whole thing in their minds about, the victim and the crime and this and that and corpus delicti and the discovery and all these other things that they love to argue in court. But the trial is going to decide all of those things. And one of the arguments they love to make, and like he's making here, is kind of like saying, okay, if you want to find me guilty, you would need a smoking gun. You'd need a corpse. You'd need a murder weapon. You would need something you could use as evidence to prove that I'm guilty. So before the trial starts, you request to see all the evidence, and you see that they don't have the smoking gun. So you're saying, well, where's my smoking gun? Well, we don't have it. So why aren't you giving it to me? Well, because we don't have it. Yeah, but I requested that you show it to me. Yeah, but we don't have it. If they don't have it, then use that against them during the trial. If they don't have that, use that against them during the trial. If they don't have enough evidence, that doesn't mean that you just keep screaming and yelling until they give you the evidence you're looking for, especially if it's evidence that's going to send you to jail. Why would you even make that argument at that point? You didn't give me discovery. Yes, we did. But you didn't give me all the discovery. Yes, we did. We don't have the thing you're asking for. It doesn't exist. And what he's literally asking for is a copy of the motion that he set for discovery. So, they gave him discovery. It's like, no, I want the motion that I filed for discovery. When you file a motion for discovery, it's so that we'll give you discovery. We gave you discovery. What are you complaining about? Well, where's my motion for discovery? Who cares? You got your discovery. Now shut the hell up and let us move it to trial. And if the discovery doesn't have all the evidence, good. That's why they give you the discovery ahead of time, so you could look at it and say, hey, they don't have enough evidence for a conviction. I'm going to use this to argue my case during the trial. Ta-da! The neurons aren't firing with these guys, I'm telling you. That's why you need a lawyer.
So I wasn't going to comment at all because this was just that good. But I know exactly how Judge Simpson feels right now because I regularly have conversations with a person who, if the definition is right here, black and white, this is what a motion for discovery is. And you give them what that is with the legal definition, but because their personal definition is something completely different, they accuse you of, you guys didn't give it to me. I don't know what you're talking about. You never gave it to me. He's crazy.
All right. I'm telling you, your attorney has discovery. We went through this before. Additional discovery was provided. It's been made, that representation has been made. There would then be no need for a motion for discovery because it's already been provided. So I'm done dealing with that issue, sir.
Well, then I guess
May
we
1st.
go to the next thing. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, Your Honor, are you saying then that you have something to provide me that Elisa Susan Williams by a coroner or licensed physician or someone to state that they will? We know there is a death or have been determined by the court that there is a death and that you have grounds that can hold me, you understand, regarding, you understand, a charge of death. This is what I need because from what I've been getting in the courts and what has been presented before me, it does not, you understand, bring to my attention.
Okay, all right.
That's why I
Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams.
The Honorable
Mr.
President,
Williams, let me stop you. Let me stop you, Mr. Williams. come May 1st, or maybe shortly thereafter, the people will be putting on evidence that there has been a death.
Thank you. I'd appreciate
And
it.
so that will happen.
Thank you, because I think that's what we need here to take and try on me on a charge, and death have not been proven. What we got here is accusation.
I think
I've
it
got
will
something
be.
here brought to
We'll
my
have to wait
attention.
till May
Bro,
1st.
can I bring this into your attention, what it was given to me? I was given a copy and it's dated here for my arrest, and it's dated back here. It says Detective Daniel Everson declared a death in 1982.
Okay.
Now, I've been incarcerated. They told that I don't have true knowledge, but they said I've been
Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams,
95.
Mr. Williams, now is not the now is not the time for what you're trying to tell me.
Well, I'm just trying to establish here, and he's had a death this here time.
I understand what you may be trying to establish.
Oh, you do?
But there will come a time where Mr. Williams, Mr.
Your Honor.
Williams, there will come a time I will hear from both sides.
I appreciate that.
And right now, I've set that for May 1st. So you can keep talking at me if you want,
Well,
but it's not going to do you any good, because I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to hear it May 1st. What'd you say?
I don't want to disrespect you in any kind of way. God forbid.
Yes, Miss Woodson.
I know the court has kept me on, I guess, as second chair to Mr. Williams. I would advise him to stop discussing the case because things that he says can be used against him.
Okay, I don't need to follow up on that, but you're right. All right.
Also, when you have Mrs. Wilson, will you provide me with everything you have regarding my case after you've been resigned from my case? Any documents that you have, please.
Okay,
provide me
Mr.
with
Williams, Mr. Williams?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Woodson. You've got a very good attorney. Ask her for it. And just ask.
Oh, I sure will.
Don't be trying to make.
Seriously though, like, I understand like the rules of discovery. What's up, by the way? Hello, Colrack. Oh, I'm sorry. I said it wrong.
Colrack.
I always got to say his name properly. Make sure I pronounce it correctly. Just Jenny, what's up? Nikki Smallboy, what's up? Anyway, yeah, so the whole idea with this whole trial, this whole case, and the video's almost over. This is pretty much, in fact, that's pretty much all there is to it. After that, it's just, okay, all right, fine, we'll start the trial on May 1st. But it's like, hey, what? Hey, what? Or are you just saying hello? Well, hello to you too. Why wasn't he found in contempt? Well, he's wearing the orange jumpsuit. He's already locked up. This is a murder trial, so he's probably going to spend the rest of his life in jail no matter what. But the whole idea of, first of all, the fact that he's arguing about his motion for discovery is ridiculous because, again, he already received his discovery. So, like, the motion for discovery doesn't matter when it's already been filled. But what's up, Danny? But he's saying, like, well, there's no proof, there's no evidence that the person that I killed is dead. Like, why would you be on trial for murder if nobody anywhere at any point thought that the person you killed died? Debos, what's up? That doesn't make any sense to me, but nothing that comes out of the mouth of an idiot makes any sense anyway. At least he didn't get into the whole, well, you don't have jurisdiction to try me for murder anyway because I'm a douche canoe, and ever since I've been in prison, the butterbrains have been teaching me how to make my brain nice and smooth, and to get my neurons to stop firing, and yet for my heart to still beat. Okay, let's see. England. Winter equals rain. Summer equals rain. spring equals rain, fall equals rain. They have 4 seasons, but you get wet in all of them. You know what's funny too is like, that's one of the things that I always loved, because I love old movies. I love like Sherlock Holmes novels, you know, and all that, all the stuff that took place in England, like in the, you know, 1800s, 1700s. A lot of writings and stuff came out of there. I love reading all that old stuff, and it's always that because in noir film, right? Even American noir film, whatever, just in general, what is the whole thing? It's always, and Blade Runner is the perfect example. It's always the foggy, rainy, you know, that mood that's set by that. And that was like the picture of what London was all about. London after midnight, the London fog, you know, American Werewolf in London. It's always rainy. It's always foggy. It's always, you know, it's just got that mystique to it, you know, which on a purely aesthetic level. And see, originally, so back in the old days, when I first got back in the old days, 2 weeks ago, when I first got this soundboard, this was what I used. Like if I couldn't remember a word, I would hit this, and by the time it was done, I would usually have the word in my head. You know, I would, and then I'd remember the word. But now that I turned that into the Hezokuai Happy Dance song, now I have to use this when I'm trying to remember the word. It's like Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. It's like on an aesthetic level, the whole idea of the rain and the fog and the mist and all that is really, really cool for certain types of films. It just sets a certain mood, you know, and it just feels like, I would always say it feels like what my understanding is of London. It just feels like London, you know? And then being a rock and roll fan, you start getting into like the punk rock scene in London back in the late 70s, early 80s. There you go. You know, it's like you got all these kids that are sitting outside in the rain, and especially somebody like, you know, Johnny Lydon, who was a ginger kid. So he was always getting picked on and beat up and all this just because of the way he looked, right? And growing up mad at everybody. And he's in London, and it's like the center of all this hatred, especially at that time towards the Irish. And he's this Irish kid. And so he decides to join a band and scream about it into a microphone. And it ended up becoming a whole new genre of music. It's a beautiful thing. And it all came from London. Yes, London, London, London. The place where they have the biggest Ben that ever bigged a Ben. Dang nabbit. It's the clock tower. Big Ben is inside the clock tower. It's not the actual clock tower. They have to put a penny on the weight to make it keep time. And it's a big stack now because they have to put one like every year or so. Whatever it is. Something like that. I don't know. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah. Supposedly they were going to do a remake of that, but they haven't yet, so that's a good thing. It all depends on who does it, though. There's some good filmmakers out there still. Not many. But there's still a couple out there that know what they're doing. But in the meantime, getting back into the show, ladies and gentlemen. What? Okay. So, remakes normally suck. Yes, they do. Most of the time, they are horrible, horrible, horrible. But I am looking forward to the remake of Nosferatu because I love the director of it. He's only done 3 movies so far, but they've all been fantastic. So we'll see. Roseanne Mason, what's up? Good to see you. Great to have you here. So our first 2 videos today were of court proceedings. So now we're going to go into something a little bit different. This is a First Amendment auditor who didn't go to court. Instead, they recorded themselves calling the cops to explain why they didn't show up to court. This is some good stuff. This is, oh boy, some new level insanity, or next level insanity, because we got the highest level of crazy you could possibly get already, a couple times. Anyway, the maker of this video is the one and only Unclean Hands. Yes, big supporter of the show. Gonna be a guest coming up on the Saturday Snafu with Hezokuai and the Frauditor News Network. That's coming up real soon, but in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today is one of those episodes of really weird stuff that you never thought you'd hear or see. Anyway, this is LV Transparency after his last arrest on a stolen gun charge or manufacturing meth or something. He makes a phone call to the police station and he wants us to hear that message. And the message is him talking. That's what the message is. He was supposed to be in court when he made this message, but he didn't go. He's a screw loose in the head or something. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he ain't right. Anyway, let's listen to this message.
In Hardin County, when I was arrested, they identified me as a manufacturer of methamphetamines when it was a gun charge, and I have proof of this. Let's listen to the message, everybody.
Well, my name is Ryan O'Sullivan. I had court today for disorderly conduct and disorderly conduct in the second degree and harassment of a police officer. I have a lot of issues with the case. I would love if you guys could give me a call back. 70.
Good way to dox yourself, dummy, but I cut it out, no worries.
I believe, and the law states that I was arrested illegally, and because I just asked the officer for his name, he refused to give me my cell phone back, and state police stated to me that he had it in his possession, even though that's illegal. It should have been an evidence lockup. He confiscated my phone illegally. After I sent him the video of me taking of him, and the video is the only evidence that I have that any of us have an interaction of what was said between me and him, and they are refusing to give me my evidence back so I could have it before court, so I could publish it.
Keep in mind, he was supposed to be in court at the time he made this phone call and left the message with the police station. And he wants his phone back so he can take the evidence on the phone and publish it to YouTube. That's the only reason he wants it back. If he has an attorney, which I'm sure he does, or representing himself, all he has to do is request discovery and they will provide him with the evidence that they're going to use against him. It's very simple, but this guy is not very smart. And yes, that's a picture of Jeremiah Payne, one of his TikTok videos. The guy is a genius.
Before court, so my side of the story is definitely heard, and I get a fair trial. I wasn't given a fair trial because I pled guilty for a gun charge, but in this case right here, Officer Johnson ran the same exact gun, and it wasn't stolen, and he put it in the back of my car and allowed Anthony Stone to poach my car and take my car illegally. No.
Also, just in case any of you are not aware, this is not the Frauditor. This is a character called Bubbles from a TV show. Oh, come on, guys. What show is Bubbles from? The Trailer Park Boys. Yes, he's a Canadian comedian, and this is a character he plays on a show. Well, I mean, the real actor, I don't remember his name, but yeah, just in case anyone who doesn't know who Bubbles is might be thinking, is this a picture of the Frauditor? No. If it is, that would have been perfect picture to pick of this idiot, which is why Unclean Hands picked it, because it matches the stupidity on display very, very, very well. I mean, for those of you who've never seen the show Trailer Park Boys, this guy Bubbles, his job, like his full-time job in life, is he goes to grocery stores and steals their shopping carts and then turns around and sells them to other places. Sometimes he'll try to sell shopping carts back to the same people he stole them from. Oh, and he also his best friends sell pot, and so like sometimes he'll get in on that on the side, just to make some side money. But I mean, it's a whole thing. Like the show tells the whole story. But anyway, yeah, he's not the frauditor. He's a fictional character from a TV show.
Knowing that the manager didn't know about it. My video has been shown 28,000 times in like 8 days on a platform.
28,000 views, huh? Let's take a look at his most popular video with the most views on it. That's it, folks. Officers lying and attempting to violate my rights. 1.5K views. That's 1,500 views. That's his highest video ever. That was 2 years ago. He's been doing this for 3 years. None of his videos make it out of the double digits usually. But yeah, that was his best one he's ever done. So nowhere near 28,000 views.
And the live video was me being arrested for a stolen firearm that wasn't stolen 2 days prior and is involved in this case right here. I did not make it to court today.
I am pretty sure that not going to court the day you're supposed to go to court for all this nonsense is not going to work out the way he thinks it's going to. It's not going to work out well for him at all. This guy, there's something wrong with this guy, apparently. I don't know what it is, but he's broken.
I am feared for my freedom because I was arrested for asking a police officer for his name when it's their their policy to identify themselves and to stand up for the First Amendment as in the Constitution. And I was judged against that. I had Elizabethtown Police Department following me, intimidating me after I was released, after I pled guilty to the gun charge to get out of jail and fight it from the outside.
Okay, so far he admits to pleading guilty for manufacturing of drugs or something, methamphetamine, something like that. And now he's told him he's pleaded guilty to possession of a stolen gun. I'm not sure where he's going with this. I really don't understand.
I am being targeted against and being named a methamphetamines maker over this gun charge. I would love if you guys would be able to give me a call back. My number, once again, is 702-666-2505. If I don't receive a call, I'll call you guys back tomorrow as well at an earlier time. I appreciate your service.
Now, I am wondering if he actually had court today and he didn't go to court, and then he called them, gave him his phone number, and then they must have his address and everything and all that, if he's ever going to see the light of day again until his court date, because I think they have a bench warrant for his arrest if he didn't go to court, and they're already planning to go and pick him up. What do you think? Will he get arrested by tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he gets that magic phone call tomorrow.
If you are satisfied with your recording, press 1. To review it, to send your message now, press 1. To mark it as important, press 2. To mark message marked important. To send your message now, press 1. To remove important message sent. To disconnect, press 1. To enter another number, press 2.
Just for chuckles, I'm going to throw LDOF's TikTok video on here. I swear to God, I did not alter this video. This is his video. He did this. This is Jeremiah Payne.
I got law, but
1833. Department of Public Advocacy, State Government Office in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. 650 Kentucky 40165.
Well, that's all, folks. You heard LV Transparency explaining to the police why he wasn't in court today when he was supposed to be in court today. And we now know right from his mouth some of his convictions: manufacturing of methamphetamine, possession of a stolen weapon. At least that's what I get out of it. In my opinion, he's not going to end up doing well with this. I think he'll probably be picked up sometime tomorrow, maybe tonight, maybe the day after. I don't know. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Love you all. Bye.
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, another banger from Unclean Hands. All right, all right, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, he's here, the man himself. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you on Clean. Great to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Theremin is awesome. So what do we got, right? We get these idiots, and we all know that they're stupid, and they come up with this nonsense. But it seems like the stupidity is it's fluid because once they get all this in their heads, you have basically two different types of the believers in this stuff are the ones who basically just randomly recite the script, right? And they never go off script. They just repeat the same, word salad nonsense over and over. But then you get the ones like this one where they kind of try and come up with their own sort of ideas of what they think this stuff means, but they really have no clue what they're talking about or what any of these things mean or say. They just have their ideas of what they think it is, but they don't know. So they just go with it. Whatever. I don't have to go to court because I got gun charge, but they're trying to tell me I'm charged with something else. It's like, yeah, that's why you go to court. Yeah, I know there's a dog behind me. She's right here, always right here, for the most part. Yeah, I actually caught her as I was looking at the camera. I saw out of the corner of my eye, not here, but in the video. The dog. She's a good girl. We all love Angel. Yes, she's a good dog. And so anyway, stupid is as stupid does, my mama always says. And when you do stupid things, you win. Stupid prizes. Yeah. And now, let's watch somebody get arrested. Yes. Where's Hezo, Mom? She says they're sleeping. Where's the angry lamp? It's over there. You can't see it from here, but it's there. Maybe see eventually. Oh, there you go. All right. It's a popular name. Yeah. The eventually, I think I'll end up using that lamp as, or at least the lamp shade as a decoration, a background decoration. But at the moment, we're still actually using it as a lamp. So it's over there where it was. I'm basically in the same spot I've always been, only completely turned around. Because in the old setup that I had, the only thing behind me was like I had a couple inches square of wall, so I put up a shirts and you could barely even see it. So by flipping, now I have this whole wall behind me, and like all my decorations, like it's off in the distance, so I don't even know how well you guys can tell. Depends, I guess, on how big your TV is. But like I got my original voodoo doll right there. I got my Bears hat. I got my kick hat right there. I got my book right there. I got my other Perry the Platypus hat right there. And then over here, I got my, that's my Schrodinger's cat card, that tiny little thing right there. And there's my book. And then right here is one of the things that Leland Squirrels made for me. You can't really see it. Also, the Frauditor, the original voodoo doll, has around his neck, he's wearing a necklace that was made also by Leland Squirrels. So, eventually I'll actually put together a legitimate display where those things will be more, where you can see it, where they're closer and more on camera. But for now, I'm just dealing with what I have for the moment, until I finalize my studio and wherever my final location is going to end up being. For anyone who's been following me for any period of time, you already know the story, but I might as well share it while we're all here hanging out. For those of you who don't know or haven't heard the story. So, I'm living in Chicago, and then I move up to Wisconsin, and, I'm married. I got 4 kids, and my wife and I, we're doing our thing. I'm teaching. Then the pandemic hits, and all the schools closed, so I wasn't working for a while. So while that was going on, I got another job. But then that whole time period, all this stuff started going downhill crazy. Like the ball started rolling, and it was once the pandemic hit and I stopped teaching, that's when the ball really started going crazy. Then the people that we were renting from, we didn't buy the house, we were renting it, decided to sell the house. So they were selling it, and the people who bought it decided not to rent it out. We didn't get evicted or anything like that. It wasn't anything bad. The new owners didn't buy it as a rental. They wanted to live there. So we had to get out. Meantime, because I'm going back and forth with these different jobs, just trying to get by, all the stress is building up between me and my wife, and then we start arguing and fighting, and then our relationship starts falling apart while we're losing our house. So all that's going on. So finally, I lose my house. My wife and I are split up. Everything's crazy. Then my mom, who lives in Florida, gets into a car accident and almost dies. She's got brain bleed. She can't function. She needs someone full time to come down to Florida and help her out for a while she recuperates. I had just gone through everything I just went through. So I grabbed the kids and I made a deal with my wife. I got the kids for the summer, then she gets the kids for the fall and the winter. And so I came down here with the kids, and then, fall came. I drove back to Wisconsin, and that's when I did my video where I did the audits of the 3 different places, and I had my boys with me. So I take the kids back to Wisconsin. I come back here. So now I'm here, but the whole point of all of this isn't my permanent residence. I just came down here to help my mom out while she was recovering from her accident. So eventually I'm going to, yes, it was. Yes, it was. But once, everything's all settled and good and back to where we need it to be, I'm going to, go get my own place basically back. And I'm going to have my permanent studio, my permanent setting, my permanent everything, whatever it's going to be, whether it's going to be in Wisconsin or Chicago or freaking Minnesota or who knows, or Florida. I have no idea where it's going to be, but this is temporary. And that's why, like a lot of the things that people ask about, well, why don't you put this here? Or why don't you put that there or whatever? It's like, well, really, honestly, the legitimate answer to that question is because this isn't my house. I'm just here to help out in the meantime until I'm able to get back onto, something more permanent and where I need to go. Whatever. Anyway, that's that. I don't want to sit here and cry like a baby frauditor. Ooh. My life. No, yeah, I'm not trying to do that. Just Hez can take a licking and keeps on ticking. That's right. Got to stay positive, and that's why we have ourselves a Hezokuai Happy Dance. All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, life always throws curveballs. Exactly. Please get a new laptop before getting a new place to live. Yes, that's right. Well, no, again, it isn't even so much about finding a place. Like, it right now out there, they're doing their thing and getting their places set up and all that. But again, the point is I'm just down here temporarily helping her out. So once I get to the point where, we don't need it anymore, then we'll move on. So the kids will be with you soon if you have them in the summer. Yay. Yes. Well done for keeping things together. And I'm glad the kids are stable. Yes. It turned out, I was going to whip out my tiny violin. No. It's all good. Long term, and I've always looked at life in general in terms of like learning experiences, right? Like I always kind of saw it as like when something bad is happening to you, you're not at that moment when you're in the bad thing, you're not thinking about how long-term thing, the long-term results of that could actually make your life better. And in some ways, that's exactly what's happening. Especially because, like, the place we were living in before, like, yeah, we lost the place when they sold it, and the new people didn't want to rent it to us. But then, did we really need to still be in that place? Right now, that neighborhood is completely changing. They're rebuilding everything. We originally had this huge swath of land, and I was growing all my own corn and vegetables, all over. But now the businesses are buying up all the land and building places up, and it's turning into it's a completely different neighborhood now than it was a year ago. So would it have been the same? No, of course not. Taking lemons and making lemonade. That's right. That's right. But yeah, it's all good. It's working out for the moment. Yeah, I don't know. Never been to Florida. Let's see, and never going either. You have a Florida man out on the loose. The only thing I like about Florida so far, first of all, the bugs here are ridiculous. Like, I see things here that I thought only existed in, like, what is it? Indiana Jones Part 2. Like, I've seen bugs just walking down the street, like crazy stuff. Lizards. We have lizards. Like, I thought lizards were in the desert. I walk outside right now, I guarantee you at least 8 lizards run off. They always run off when you walk outside. It looks like the lawn is moving because they're always scattering out of your way. They're everywhere. Lizards all over the place. Obviously, we got gators and stuff out here. I haven't seen one yet. But, yeah. But again, the one thing I like about Florida is my whole life, at least as long as I can remember, I've always had a sinus pressure headache. My sinuses are always full. I could never breathe through my nose, and it's always just this. Ugh. And when I get sick, like where normal people get that when they get sick, I'm like that normally. So when I get sick, it's intolerable. It's insane. But ever since I've been in Florida, I can breathe through my nose, no problem. Because it's so dry out here, it doesn't bother my nose at all. And my sinuses have been clear the whole time I've been down here. I love it. But other than that, everything else out here I hate. It's hot all the time. Even when they call it cold, I'm sweating like, yeah, real cold, guys. You don't know what cold is. I'm from the Midwest. I'm used to having snow up to here. Anyway, what's up? I love you all, each and every one of you so much, and you're loved, you're wanted. Thank you, Not a Brat. Always great to have you here. If you didn't already, make sure you drop a like on the way out. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah. Okay, anyway, that was the history of Hezokuai lesson for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting on the good foot, on the personal side. You're getting to know your host inside and out. Make me scream and shout. What you talking about? Trying to get me some internet clout. But don't make me pout. Because it's about clout. No doubt. I hope I don't get gout. Out, now. Pout. I already did pout. Route. Hey, and then I'll have to take a different route. And then you'll hear me scream and shout. Of myself I will tout. That's enough of that. It's okay. Stop. People are watching. Get back to the show. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Glad to see so many beautiful people here this morning. All right, according to Asia's in the house. What's up? Hey, you got a new little emoji there. That's awesome. Thank you. I love it. All right. And so let's move on to the next video. So we could see a sovereign citizen get arrested. All right. This is a video by Van Bellion. After we spent 20 minutes talking about London fog, now we're going to watch a UK creator create some, according to Asia also. So yeah, see, that's one of the things about doing the morning show that I realized, like, I got a lot of UK fans, Australian fans, people from outside of the continental US that seem to really enjoy the show. So I appreciate the appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Round of applause for the audience. You guys are the best. Thank you. And now back to the video. Whoa. No! Start! Ignibit.
You guys are not allowed to touch me. Don't touch me. Record.
Get over here now.
Don't touch me. I haven't done anything
You're
wrong.
gonna get tased.
For what?
You're gonna get tased. You're not cooperating. Get
You're
over
not
here
allowed to
now.
touch me. You're not allowed to go to my vehicle. I've done nothing wrong. What's your
You're not
RAS?
cooperating.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Do you all remember the sovereign citizen arrested in under 5 minutes in Oregon video from July last year? If so, well, he's back with a repeat performance, but this time in Butte County, California. Get your popcorn ready for this one.
May I help you?
You got a missing license plate.
I don't have a license plate. I don't need a license plate.
What's that?
I don't need a license plate. I'm not for hire. I'm not driving for hire. I'm not driving for commerce.
So you need a license plate. Also, your left blinker or your left brake light is out.
In order for us to be able to continue this conversation, I'm gonna need you to fill this paperwork out.
What's that?
I said, in order for me to continue this conversation with you,
So you're
I'm gonna need
to converse with me, and I'm gonna need your ID.
No, I'm gonna need to see your supervisor, and I'm gonna invoke my Fifth Amendment right away.
Dude, come on. You're a soft sit. You're incapable of remaining silent. Oh, and good luck getting a cop to fill out your meaningless form.
Do you have ID on you?
I don't answer questions, sir. I'm gonna need to talk to your supervisor.
20, 24. You want to head to my location?
Here you go.
Okay, and starting right off the bat, the good old-fashioned sovereign citizen pullover argument. Hey, the Fifth Amendment allows me not to say anything, and I don't answer questions. Okay, fine. Any lawyer would tell you, fine, you have to give them your ID. Yeah, but I don't answer questions. So shut your mouth. Literally. Here's what you do. You get pulled over. You don't want to talk? Great. Don't. Just take your ID and with your mouth shut, go. And hand them the ID. You have to show them your ID. Depending on what state you're in, they might ask for more. They might ask for proof of insurance. They might ask for that. You have to provide the paperwork they ask for. That's not the same thing as violating the Fifth Amendment. You can give them all of that information without saying a damn word. Even Chili Douche Canoe de Castro says that. Now, his answer is stupid. He says you take your driver's license and your registration and your insurance and you get them all laminated on the same page, and then when you get pulled over, just hand the cop that page. But that's an absolutely insane idea because, one, it's coming from Chile. What's up, Florida man? What's up, Florida Jim? What's up, T. Marie? So you know that's an insane idea. But just in case you don't understand why, let me explain it. Like I tried to explain it to Chili back before I was banned from his chats. First of all, that makes all of your paperwork null and void as soon as you do that, because it would be way too easy for people with fake paperwork, what's up, Tad, to just laminate the fake stuff and then hand it to the cop. And since it's all sealed together, all three laminated in one sheet, there's no way that the officer can check individually to make sure each one's legit. So it would make fake ID, fake license, fake insurance, fake anything, registration, really, really, really easy. So that's a bad idea, number one. Number two, is everything you own going to have the exact same expiration date? Of course not. So what do you do if your license expires? Then you have to get a whole new get up where you put the three together with the renewed license, and then a month later the insurance expires, so now you got to get a whole new one again to put the new. It's just impractical and stupid. It's a bad idea. But the point is, even though it's insanely idiotic and stupid the way that Chili says it, even Chili acknowledges that when you get pulled over, you have to provide the paperwork the cop is asking for. No, you don't have to say a word. And I will, even though I personally wouldn't handle it that way, because every time I've ever been pulled over, there was a reason. And I wasn't stupid. Like if I'm speeding and I get pulled over, yeah, I was speeding, you got me, I'm caught, But these people, I absolutely support your right not to say a word to the cop. Cop pulls you over, says, and you just take your license or your registration or whatever you need and just hand it to him and don't say a word. That's fine. That's legal. That's your right. But saying, I don't have to give you any of this paperwork because I have a Fifth Amendment right to be quiet is stupid. It's dumb. It's nonsense. And it's not true. It doesn't even make sense logically. And ladies and gentlemen, Raven Wing with $1.99. Yes. She says, good morning, everyone. And time for a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Love the support. You guys are the best. I have the best fans in the world. And that being said, let's get back to the video.
This is for you to fill out. By law, you have to. And I need your identification.
1797.
So let's get this straight. By law, you must fill out this random form I downloaded from Sovereignty International, a website that totally has the authority to make demands of public servants on a traffic stop, and who also unironically cite codes and statutes as an authority, while ignoring codes and statutes they don't like. Yeah, right. Pull the other one.
And your name, please?
Officer Gray.
Thank you very much, Gray.
So,
do you want to fill this out for me?
Does it think this through?
I'm thinking it through just fine. I know my constitutional rights. I do this all the time. I do this for a living.
Okay, do you have your registration?
I don't need a registration, sir. I don't answer questions. Please let me talk to your supervisor. That's all I have for you, Mr. Gray.
So right now,
this is for you if you would like this. I don't know what's your RAS? What's your RAS?
I'm going to tell
What's
you
your
this one more
articular
time.
reasonable suspicion that I've done a crime, sir?
You don't have a license plate.
What's your
front
articular?
windshield's cracked.
I am
Your
a
left
sovereign
brake
American,
light
sir. I'm a
is
sovereign
broken.
American, sir. These are all not crimes. These are all not crimes.
Okay, so first of all, claiming to be sovereign and saying traffic offences or infractions aren't crimes is not a valid legal argument, especially when you yourself cite codes and statutes. Secondly, I would love to know what you meant when you said you do this all the time and do this for a living regarding the Constitution, because this and your last stop, plus the state that your vehicle is in, suggests that this living hasn't been very successful. So, maybe it's time for a career change.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Yes, I do. You think twice because I will sue you and your person.
Okay,
You
I
should.
need you to step out of the vehicle.
No, sir. I will wait. No, I will not. You will sign this and you will fill this out. That's what you will do.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and predict that this deputy will not be filling out and signing this guy's dumb questionnaire.
Negative, not code 4.
You are being.
set that
No,
paperwork
I will not.
over there.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, you're not allowed to touch me either.
I can't touch
RAS. What's your RAS? I will take your job. I'm telling you, man. I'm not asking for this. You should be telling me to have a good day right now. You're gonna make yourself look really ignorant here.
Just sovereign.
Dude, you're threatening to retaliate against the deputy if he does his job, all while refusing lawful orders. So you're in no position to call anyone ignorant.
Yeah. Yeah, and I won't. You have no right to touch me. I've done nothing wrong. I've committed no crime, and I know how this works. It doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. I'll take your job, dude, and I'll show you in person. You can fill this out. This paperwork, you are obligated. Read it at least, bro.
Look,
Do yourself a favor.
do yourself a favor. This is not the route you want to go.
I don't care which route you think I want to go, dude. I know my rights as a American,
Are you sure you
a
wanna
sovereign
go to jail
American.
for this?
For what?
For
You
not-
have no,
you
you have
need
no
to
right.
identify yourself.
You have no right to touch me without an RAS. Do you know what that? Do you know you took an oath to?
have to follow
You
the
took.
law.
I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. I want to speak to your supervisor. I'm done talking to you.
You're done talking to me?
Yes,
okay?
my Fifth Amendment is apparent, and don't touch my vehicle.
Yeah, spoiler alert, he is not done talking to the deputy. I know, shocking, right? And yes, the deputy will be touching the vehicle.
Don't touch my vehicle. Don't touch my vehicle and don't touch my person, sir. Sir, don't touch my person. Great, don't touch my person. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to your. Don't touch my person. Don't touch me. You're gonna shock me. You're gonna do this. You're on camera. You're on Facebook Live right now, bro. Facebook Live. Think about what you're doing now. You have the right to talk to your supervisor. I'm not doing anything wrong to you. I do not consent to you touching me. Don't touch me. You've already committed assault. You've already committed assault and battery, dude. Look at my lip, dude. Like, you're not allowed to touch me. You're not allowed to touch me right now. Gray, think about what you're doing, bro. Think about what you're doing. You're on Facebook Live right now. Facebook Live, bro.
Yeah, nobody cares about what social media platform this is being streamed to. Do you really think this intimidates him? No, what really matters is what the judge or jury will think when they see you threatening to retaliate against the deputy and then continually refusing and resisting perfectly reasonable and lawful orders. Who cares what two of your soft-it buddies think on Facebook Live?
Okay, so real quick, first of all, obviously the guy's an idiot, right? And he's talking all this nonsense about whatever the heck nonsense he's talking about, because that's what they do is talk nonsense. And he's talking all this crap, and everybody knows that he's full of it. We all know that. But the RAS thing always drives me nuts, because and I just talked about this yesterday too, right? They explain exactly what their RAS is, and then they go out of their way to, ignore it. They just completely ignore it. It doesn't matter what's your RAS. Well, it doesn't matter, because if I tell you, you're going to deny it and ignore it anyway, no matter what I say. But what really matters is that through it all, he didn't get tased. The cop pulled the taser on him and didn't use it. And so, we're going to do a reenactment, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. But here's the thing. Because somebody's saying they don't have to state the RAS, but they have to have it. Yeah, but that's the thing. Even in a situation where they do explain the RAS, the sovereign citizen or the frauditor just doesn't accept it. So anyway, the cop put his taser back in its holster. The cop's trying so hard to bend over backwards not to tase this guy. But what we're going to do now is a reenactment where the guy does get tased. All right, take it easy, Big West. Good to see you again. So, here's my taser. And here's my idiot stand-in. And let's do a reenactment in which he actually does get tased.
Hey, wait a minute, Hez. Hey, come on, I've been good. I didn't escape today. Why are you doing this to me? I'm just I'm innocent, man. No, wait. Okay, reenactment. Okay, I'm an actor. I'm playing a part. I'm gonna do it right. All right, here we go. Get on with it. Okay, all right. Sorry. You can't pull me over. You can't touch me because I'm a sovereign citizen and I have some BS paperwork for you to fill out. So there, what are you going to do now, huh? What are you going to do? What are you going to tase me? Yes.
right. That was a reenactment, including the tase that we didn't get on the original video. Yes. News Now Voodoo. And a round of applause for News Now Voodoo doing a great job acting like an idiot, even though he doesn't have to act it because he is an idiot. That's right. Maybe I'll give him a day where I'll let him out off of house arrest for 24 hours. And hopefully he won't do any audits while he's out that we can post under the News Now Voodoo channel. Or I don't know if I'm going to give him his own channel or not yet, but he's definitely, who knows? We'll see what happens. Because he did such a good job and was such a good sport, I'm going to give him a 24-hour reprieve in a couple days and see if hopefully he won't do any audits during that time. We'll see. Anyway, back to the video.
You like your job. Don't touch me, please. Like, don't touch me. You're not
I love my job when I get to tase idiots like you.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude. Don't touch me. Get your supervisor. You're not allowed to touch me, dude. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me, dude. I'm calling 911 on you right now.
Keep your hands where I can see
I'm calling 911 on you right now.
That's fine.
Yes.
You can call 911.
I'm going to.
Wait, so you want even more police to arrive on the scene? Well, not to worry, because I think your wish is about to be granted.
Don't touch me.
Don't reach for anything.
Don't touch me. Get out of my car. Get out of my vehicle. Get out of my vehicle, Mr. Gray. Officer, please.
Don't go for anything.
Don't touch me.
Keep your hands where I can
Don't
see
touch
you, okay?
me. I want to talk to your supervisor. Don't touch me. You're not allowed to do this. Do you know? I'm going to sue you so bad, dude.
I understand.
I know you understand
I
that.
understand. You're going to jail.
No, for what? For what? What am I going to jail for? You have no crime, dude. There's no crime here. Trust me. Like, dude. You guys, I need to talk to a supervisor, okay? Ma'am, I need to talk to a supervisor. Please don't touch me. Okay. Please don't touch me, ma'am. Please, I'm scared for my life right now. You guys need to leave me alone, please.
Leave me alone. No, wait, get me a supervisor. No, I'm calling 911 instead. Seriously, this guy is flip-flopping all over the place and he wonders why they want him out of the vehicle.
Please. Do you have any weapons on you, dude? I have one. I have my constitutional Second Amendment right.
Grab that right
Please
now.
don't touch me. Please don't touch me. I'm asking you nicely not to touch me. Please identify yourself. Please identify yourself. Please identify yourself, dude. Stop. What are you doing right now? Yo, can I talk to a sergeant? Can I talk to a sergeant? No, can I talk to a sergeant? Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude. Don't touch me. You guys are not allowed to touch me. Don't touch me. Record.
Get over here now.
Don't touch me. I haven't done anything wrong.
You're gonna get tased.
For what?
You're not proper.
You're not allowed to touch me. You're not allowed to move my vehicle. I've done nothing wrong. What's your RAS? Help! 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 Help, dude! What the fuck? Help! Call the cops, dude! Please!
Call the cops. So who does he think pulled him over if it wasn't law enforcement? And what does he think he will gain from even more police being on the scene? Unbelievable. This guy is seriously deluded. Anyway, he's crying in the comments that they arrested him and impounded his van. But as I always say, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave me a like, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. Right, take care all, and I will catch you in the next video.
All right. Another banger from Van Valiant. As always, his videos are always great, fun to watch. Love it. Somebody was asking in the comments what's been going on with Glenn Serio. He's still posting his videos, but he and again, I think it's hard to give him of all people credit because he doesn't deserve it, that's for sure. But I think that because he actually did some time, that he's purposely toned down a little bit. He's still who he is, but he's just way less so far. Just watching Glenn Serio videos that have come out recently, it seems like he's just doing his thing. But instead of being like, hey, screw you, you effing N-word, and you stupid C-word, and you lesbian douche canoe, or whatever, like, nonsensical, insane vulgarity and insults that he normally does. Now he just sticks to, Well, that's the thing, Jim, is that he didn't really do anything. But some people have been asking what's he been up to. He's still making videos. It's just he's not pushing it as hard as he used to. He's still a douche canoe, but he was in the old days. He was the undisputed king of scumbags. Like if you could get to the bottom of the barrel and scrape what's on the bottom, he would be like if you lifted the barrel and scraped the stuff that was underneath. Now that's more like SGV News and frickin' media territory, and Glenn's just kind of like floating down there near the bottom, but he's no longer the obvious choice for scumbag of the year. Yeah. Anyway, this next one is going to be great. This is from my one and only co-host on my Saturday show, the Frauditor News Network. Yes, everybody loves Cupcake. And it's a video entitled Frauditor Gets Camera Broken by Angry Citizen and then begs for a new one. Yep. Love watching normal citizens get their revenge against these douche canoes. And so this is going to be a fun watch, as always. Can't wait to get into this video with you guys, because this is good stuff. We all love Frauditor News Network. She's the best co-host I've ever had. Here we go.
Good evening. This is the dimension of unbelievability. It is an area which we call the Frauditor Zone.
Welcome back. In today's video, we find a frauditor with the oh-so-not-catchy name of Let Me Audit You in Akron, Ohio, who gets his camera broken by a citizen that did not like being filmed. That citizen walks right into the police department with a broken camera piece and the frauditor following to file a complaint. But the police tell him he shouldn't have been following the citizen. Poor frauditor doesn't get any help from the police, so he takes to e-begging by opening up a GoFundMe page for his poor broken camera. Can you guess how much he received in the 4 days it's been up? You'll find out if your guess was correct at the end of the video. But karma is a bitch, here in the Frauditor Zone.
Why are you yelling at me?
Why have you got your camera on me?
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm asking you a question.
Why are you yelling at me?
Motherfuckers like you go get it. Agonize shit.
Excuse me? You're bothering me.
I give you the right to record me.
I do.
I do not have to give you the right to record me.
I don't give you the right to tell me what to do. If we go right in there, you tell them that you don't want me to film them. I don't care.
I know you, my man. So look, listen.
You don't know me.
Yes, I do. Yes,
No, you don't.
Yeah, in the rainbow back in the day. Think about it. So I appreciate it if you just stop recording me.
You know the best way to get out of the way of the camera? Get out of the way of the camera. I didn't ask you to speak to me. I didn't ask you to come up to me.
Then why are you filming me then? You're not even.
You was talking to me.
You're not even making sense. I never said nothing to you. I just asked you to stop filming me, and you just keep on. You refuse to. So would you please stop filming me?
Go away then. Motherfucker. Give me my shit back. Give me my shit back, mother.
You know how you can get your shit back? By not filming people after they ask you nicely at least 3 times to stop. Then they'd have no reason to break your shit. Let me know in the comments, people, if you feel bad for the frauditor and want the man to give him his shit back.
Give me my lens back. Give me my property back, bitch.
Don't call him a bitch. Blame it instead on Karma. She's the real bitch, and she doesn't like frauditors.
Come on, let's go. Come over here.
Come out here. Mother broke my stuff. I'm right in front of the Akron Police Department. Some just broke my camera and walked into the police department with my property, and he seems to be filing a complaint against me, but he's the one that broke my property, and he's going to pay for it, or I want him charged immediately with the destruction of property.
I believe he's on the phone with police dispatch as he explains in a bit that he can't go inside the station because he's carrying a gun. Not that it matters. They aren't going to help him.
I'm not going inside because I have a pistol on my hip. I can't go in the property.
So, who are we watching? Well, who is the frauditor? Did she say at the beginning who the frauditor was? Yeah, she did. I don't remember. It's not any of the big name frauditors. But it was a guy who got his camera busted by a random citizen. And I love that. Like I always say, it's great that the citizens are starting to stand up for themselves and, really push the envelope to the point where, like I always say, what are they educating people? They're supposedly educating people about their rights. What are they actually educating people about? They're educating people that they hate frauditors and that the cops aren't going to do anything. So more and more citizens are taking it into their own hands to, oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Hezo Mom. People are saying hello to Hezo Mom because they see you wandering around in the background. She said, good morning. Anyway, illicit activity. Yeah, see, it's weird for me because I'm always trying to figure out the perfect camera angle with this because it's not that I'm trying to cut her off, but sometimes when I'm looking at the screen and I see something moving around behind me, I get distracted. And then I'm like, wait, what's that? Then I realize, oh, it's just like my mom or my dog or whatever. Hi, her name is Hezo Mom. We came up with that yesterday and it's going to stick. Anyway, these stupid people deserve to get their cameras smashed and good for them. Yeah. Stick your camera in my face and, well, I would love to meet a frauditor in real life. Ultimately, that is my goal. Like, big picture, like you start by, building small and then getting up there and getting up there. My ultimate goal, I would love for this channel to become a channel where I find frauditors in the wild and I audit them. The only problem and the only reason I don't already do that is because unless they're on a live stream and you can figure out where they are, or like Chili did when Kate showed up, right? He announced the day before exactly where he was going to audit the next day. So she knew exactly where to go to run into him, especially when he was live streaming and she could see exactly where he was at and that it was close to her and everything. But for the most part, they never say where they're going to be ahead of time. They text each other directly, direct messages, so that nobody else can see it. You don't know where they're going to be and when they're going to be there. So unless you're lucky enough to just happen to catch one on a live stream and know that they're live streaming from a place that you could get to on time, the odds of actually running into one in real life are pretty low. If there was a way, if I could just find a way to find out where they're going to be and when, and I could just start showing up, oh, that would be awesome. Oh, that would make this channel the best channel on all of YouTube, dagnabbit. Wait a minute, Hezokuai. This already is the best channel on YouTube. Yeah, no, it is. Isn't it? Oh, thank you. All right. That's what I thought. The best channel ever. How many channels are you going to go where you're going to see a Rubik's Cube, inside a Rubik's Cube, inside a Rubik's Cube, all in one cube, dagnabbit, on two different sides, the same thing. Hey, all right. I don't know what that means, but dagnabbit, I'm the only creator in the world better looking than Blue Bacon. I have challenged any frauditors to come to Lame Deer, Montana, Northern Cheyenne Reservation and try to fraud at our cops. Oh, I don't think any auditor would ever try to fraud it on a reservation, because that would be, I would love to see it, but I mean, I know they're dumb, but I hope they're not that dumb. I mean, that's why you never see a frauditor really go into like a biker bar and audit the Hells Angels, you know? Like, they're dumb, but they're not that dumb. I hope. Sometimes you get people like Eli, you know, who come from the streets, so they audit on the streets, but they're just doing what they do. But I've seen a couple that got pretty close to. I actually saw a fraud at once where a guy pulled a knife on the guy. But again, these frauditors are real quick with the pepper spray, so they don't care. And why do you think people like Silence Boy and Casey Camera Boy and these guys walk around with flak jackets on? Like, because they know that somebody might try to shoot them. And then, of course, you got, you know, Furry Potato did get shot. So there is a certain amount of danger involved in some cases. But it's never the cops. That's the thing. When have any of you ever seen a frauditor video where a frauditor actually got, because again, they call it getting arrested an assault, a kidnapping, right? But when have you seen any of these videos where any of these frauditors actually get assaulted by a cop? I've seen them take a beat down from random people, but because the cops are so evil, the cops are such horrible tyrants, the cops are always out there doing all these terrible things and treating all these people like crap, how come it's the cops are never the ones that are doing the what's up, Rube? Have a good morning, Hez, and the rest of the resident in the left coast. It's time to go to work. See ya. Goodbye, and make sure you hit that like button on your way out if you didn't already. All right. Back to the video. Don't you know? Here we go with the video. We'll continue the show.
But this is bullshit. He destroyed my camera.
He destroyed your camera, yet you are still filming. Well, either way, you should just be happy that it was only your camera that he broke.
A black male in his 40s. He's got a bike. He's riding a bicycle. He parked it over on the street on University Avenue. And he's in there making a complaint, and he broke my damn camera. Destroyed my property. My name's Steve Keller. He broke my property, and he's got my property in his hand. I want you to charge him with destruction of property and theft. And theft.
Leave me alone.
Give me back my property. Give me back my land. Once again, I want him charged. I want him charged. Take your hands off me.
Walk over here.
I want him charged. Look at my camera. It's destroyed.
What, why were you following him?
I wasn't following him. I was standing right there filming. No, you came up to me, you No, it isn't. He broke my shit and they're letting him go. He's gonna buy me a new camera.
Yeah.
I can. It's my right.
Do you have an ID on you?
What for?
Because we need to make your report. You want to
Well, I'll do that for a report. I'll do that for a report. But stop him. This is ridiculous.
He's getting his information.
Destroyed my shit. I have a First Amendment right to film anything from public, so that guy needs a lesson. I can't go inside because I have a gun on my hip. I know the laws. I know what I'm allowed to do and not allowed to do.
I understand. And you're correct.
And I wasn't following him.
However, you also
He came to me. His bike was over there. He came to me and he broke my camera. You don't seem to understand. Good, because I was already talking to somebody else. How many mouths do I need to listen to?
These frauditors can be their own worst enemies. The officer was willing to take a complaint from him, but he couldn't shut his mouth, so the officer walked away. Now he has no lens and no complaint. Good going, douche canoe. Now it's time to look at his GoFundMe page and see how much he's received in the 4 days since it's been up.
Oh, poor baby.
Well, did you guess right? Did you guess 0? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe he needs to change the wording for his e-begging. Let's see what he has. It reads, "Hey all, I need help replacing my camera that was broken by someone who attacked me in front of the police station. I plan to purchase a new camera and a body cam so that I have multiple cameras running while filming. Anything helps, even if you can share this fundraiser." I think he deserves every penny he didn't get. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It's now time to cool down from the Frauditor zone. The link to the cooldown video is right above, and the link to my entire new cooldown channel is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it and hit the like button. Good night.
All right. We always love a good Frauditor News Network video. And speaking of which, while we're here, let me ask you guys something. I want to get your opinion on this. Frauditor News Network and I have been trying to figure out what to do. For those of you who are unaware of all the specifics of how the Saturday show works, one of the things that we do on the Saturday show is we do a bit called Who's That Douche Canoe? Yes. And Who's That Douche Canoe is I show a silhouette of a frauditor, and you have to guess who it is. And we play a game with, we have a timer. It's a 1-minute timer, and you try to guess, like last week we did Glenn Serio. The week before that was Fake Mike Real News. I think before that we had, well, whatever. We got a bunch of them. Take it easy, Icus. Thank you for joining us. Always good to have you here. Ow. Where'd that come from? They're after me. Anyway, thank you for joining us, Icus. No, boo. Hey, all right. So anyway, Frauditor News Network and I, on our Saturday show, we always play Who's That Douche Canoe. Now, originally, what would happen is that every episode of Who's That Douche Canoe, every Saturday, we would have sorry, just a moment. All right. Every Saturday after Who's That Douche Canoe, we would have a special appearance by a character called Radical Brittany. The character was played by Witch of Heart. And it was great. And every week I'd play Who's That Douche Canoe. We'd play it live with the audience. And then afterwards we'd follow it up with a pre-recorded routine from Radical Brittany. The problem is Witch of Heart has been way too busy lately. For the last 3 weeks, she hasn't been able to do it. And yeah, where's she been? She's been, I don't know, just busy because this is the thing. I don't, whatever's going on in her personal life is her business. It's not my business to say. But ultimately, She has answered a couple of my emails, so I know she's okay, but she doesn't really, it's just like, oh, I've been busy or whatever. And that, not, I don't know. So, in the meantime, I have to go by the assumption that the whole Radical Britney bit is pretty much done until she tells me she wants to come back and do it again. So in the meantime, Frauditor News Network has volunteered to do pre-recorded cupcake videos where Cupcake would take over for Radical Britney as the follow-up to Who's That Douche Canoe. So I just wanted to know how you guys would feel about having Cupcake be the one who responds to the Who's That Douche Canoe game instead of Radical Britney. Maybe I could do something involving Tiny for that. Maybe. See, here's the problem. And I mean, I'm retired. I got nothing better to do. Look, there's a lot of other things. Where are they now? How many inactive channels are on YouTube? Hey, you know what? There's a lot. But the point is, and I appreciate everyone kind of like volunteering to help. And if you actually want to be involved in the show, send me an email. Maybe we could figure something out because I have room for segments. But my big thing is, for Who's That Douche Canoe, I want who the douche canoe is to be a surprise for everybody, right? So to do the pre-recorded bit, you have to know who the douche canoe is ahead of time to do it. And so that's the problem. Like, I'm not trying to let the cat out of the bag. It was cool because between me and Witch of Heart, we had it set up where she wouldn't say anything. And we'd know, we'd set it up ahead of time. And then when I play it live would be the first time everyone, including Frauditor News Network, would be the first to hear about it. So that's why I want even her to be surprised. But that's why she would volunteer to do it. Or maybe we could have a Bob do it. Hey. Maybe. Oh, dudes, you guys just gave me a great idea. Maybe what I'll do is every week I have a different guest. Every week I have a different douche canoe. Every week I'll have somebody else do the follow-up to the douche canoe. Maybe even some of the people I had as previous guests or future guests. Like, not a full guest appearance, just like a 5-10 second bit for Who's That Douche Canoe. I think we got it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got it. Salacious. Take note. Take note of what we're saying because I think this is a great idea. And now that I think about it, I'm thinking that this might actually work out pretty great. Actually having a different person or guest do have Tiny one week, have Cupcake another week, have Florida Jim another week, have a Bob another week. Oh, yeah. Have Leland could come on with one of her squirrels and have the squirrel do it. Oh, we could do all kinds of great stuff. And then that'd give you guys a little bit more of, involvement in the show as well. Direct involvement from the fans. Direct engagement with the fans. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. See, I'm so glad I brought it up. You guys are the best. See, this is the thing. This is why one of the many reasons why I love you guys so much is because it isn't just that, you support the show or this or that or whatever, but when I talk about things and I read your responses, it triggers more ideas in my head, and then we start working together, and it's like, hey, guys, you know what? We could do something, and again, make it more of an interactive thing, because that's the whole point of Who's That Douche Canoe. The whole reason I invented that game was to make it interactive, something where the fans could say, oh, who is this, and try to guess or whatever. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And somebody's trying to get me to buy WinZip, and I don't want it. We are your brainstorming. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for helping me storm my brain with information from the best fans in the world. You guys! Yes, yes, yes. I love my fans. You guys are the best. Well, the squirrel's screaming because there's no bones in ice cream. That's right. I said it. I can prove it too. Just as a joke, I thought, like, as a social experiment, just to see what would happen, like, because there are so many stupid people in the world, other than just frauditors and sovereign citizens, there are other people who are stupid too. If I could get rich by selling Hezokuai brand new and improved, special, new, improved, boneless ice cream. Making a big advertising campaign. Boneless ice cream, now available from Hezokuai. See how much I would sell. That joke may have melted. Oh, man. It's mating season, and boy, are they loud. Uh-oh. Woo! Blackheart Knight would like to be involved. All right. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to make it a weekly thing where I have a different person every week. Oh, see? Now, Anastasia, she's on board. She knows what I'm talking about. And now, boneless ice cream, gluten-free boneless ice cream. Yes. New and improved gluten-free boneless ice cream. I want to get that, clip of George Carlin where he, like, I can't do it offhand, where he's like, new, improved, like he names like everything that everyone always puts, special, one time only, don't, you know, they go through that whole list, they call it a blah, 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 boneless ice cream, and now gluten-free. How come this guy always comes right at the third hour? I generally try to do a 3-hour show. Sometimes I go 4, but he always shows up at the third hour. Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Artie's Bar Grill of Stupidity. Oh, hey, you know what? Uncle Artie, what's going on? We were just talking about my Saturday show and, you know, how we have everything all set up ahead of time for that. I still got some videos of yours that I need to show on there, but if there's anything else, you know, you want to do or get involved with anymore, we were just talking about kind of trying to stretch out the Saturday show a little bit more because the whole Radical Brittany thing hasn't been working out the last few weeks because Witcha Hart is off doing something else, which is fine, you know. You got to do what you got to do. But, you know, I need something to fill that segment. So we were just talking about different ideas how to do more stuff with that. So definitely let me know if you're interested in doing any more, or if you're not even into doing what we've been doing. Whatever. It's up to you. It doesn't matter, because I'm going to be a patron of the Bar and Grill no matter what, because I owe so much on my tab I can't get out of it if I wanted to. I can't help it. I told you 3 months ago that ginger stripper you got on the left pole promised me she'd take care of my tab. You keep telling me I didn't, but then I remembered I caught you watering down your drinks. So maybe we're going to have to go to court. I don't know, man. But in the meantime, it's still my favorite bar, and I'll still be there. How about having me on? What, like as a guest? Oh my goodness. In real life, dude, I'm currently booking for June. So if you actually like legitimately want to come on as a guest in June, let me know. I mean, it's you. You could always be on. But we're definitely going to have a big plan for that, because I love planning the shows ahead of time. And me and you, we're going to have to make it like a bit, you know, like I'm not sure if it's going to be like a Zoom thing from the bar, or like if we're like playing it off as if we're both in the bar together, or what. We'll figure it out. Email me. We'll talk about it. We'll see what we can do. Anyway, Rosanna Dana, I don't know why I said that, but I just did. Hey, if I could get Judge Simpson as a guest, that would be awesome. There's certain people, like just yesterday someone was talking about getting you know, some of the more famous cops on. There's a lot of people that would be like epic guests. Like right now, obviously we got Unclean Hands coming in a couple weeks. That's going to be epic. But I mean like epic guests like P. Barnes. Like actually have Pete Barnes as a guest, or, you know, one of these cops in one of these videos that gives these guys what for, or Judge Simpson, or Judge Hurley, you know, someone like that as a guest would be amazing. No, that's not a stain. That's a pro wrestler. Dagnabbit. What do you mean stain? Because of the blood? This is literally this is great. Where's the stain? I don't see it. What are you talking about? Oh, damn! No, that's no good. That's no good. I know Miss Mandy 777 just had Deborah Davis as a guest on her channel. I don't know. We might be able to get her. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm sticking for the moment on other content creators. That's the big thing. But it looks like a guy in a dress sitting down. Okay, so here's the story behind this shirt. So, in fact, here, let me pull this up real quick because it should be basically easy to get. So what happened was there's this pro wrestler named Danhausen, and he was in on Halloween last year. On Halloween, he had a match, and during the wrestling match, he broke his leg. Now, right now, today, this guy Danhausen is on AEW, which is a big promotion. And it's a great thing, and it's a big job, and it's just the next tier down from WWE. Like, it's pretty much as big as you could possibly get in pro wrestling without being in the WWE. But at the time, he was in Ring of Honor, and he was a small-time player, and basically he was a little bit more than a ham and egger, but basically his entire life, his rent, and everything was based on his matches. So when he got his leg broken, he went in the hospital on Halloween. He got his leg broken during a match, went in the hospital, and between his medical bills and everything, he wasn't going to have enough money to survive. So he made this shirt to sell to help pay his medical bills. And this is the picture on the shirt, but I'm going to show you the picture that the shirt is based on. This is actually from the hospital. Here we go. No, not now. All right. Is that on my? Yep. So there's the picture from the hospital. That is the picture that's on my shirt, or that the shirt is based on. Let's see. Can I make it bigger? Yeah. No. Yeah. No, that's just lower. So yeah, that's the picture that's on my shirt, or at least my shirt is based on this picture. So yeah, that's Danhausen in the hospital with his broken leg, posing for a picture that ended up becoming the shirt that he used to help pay his medical bills. And so I bought the shirt that night. I ordered this like on November 2nd, right? Because it was on Halloween that he got the injury, and it was like November 2nd, literally, that I bought the shirt. This is from a store in Chicago called ProWrestlingTees.com. I was living in it. Well, I wasn't in Chicago at the time, but I was still in Wisconsin, so I ordered it and I got it like the next day. So I was able to help the guy out. And then again, now, years later, well, it wasn't that long. It's been a year. But he got signed to WWE or AEW, and now he's doing real good. Proud of him. I always liked the underground wrestlers and stuff. Because you could see the guy, especially if you know pro wrestling, you could see the guys who are gonna be something big someday, and who has talent and who doesn't. You know how to spot it. A lot of it is cheesy. I know. I'm not stupid. I know what pro wrestling is. I'm not an idiot, Mark. I'm a smart, which is a smart mark. So I know. Yeah, Danhausen was one of my favorites back in the day. He's still around doing his thing. Jim has to pay his bar tab too. See, that's the thing. He always lets all of us go in there without without paying a tab, or getting a tab. And then he's like, "Hey, how come you didn't pay your bar tab?" It's like, "Well, hey, how come you let us go in there and not pay in the first place?" That's your problem. If you treated your patrons with respect and didn't water down your drinks, maybe they'd feel more inclined to pay their bar tab. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, I think we had enough fun for one day. I'm going to start wrapping it up just about now. We're going to hit the Hezokuai Happy Dance one more time. All right. And don't forget, there's a Graham and Bob Show Hezokuai Happy Dance remix that's going to be done real soon. Where did I put my... There he is. I misplaced my Elvis gnome. Oh no, where could he be? Oh look, I found him. But I gotta get it all set up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. You guys are the best. I got the best fans in the world. Love you guys so much. Once again, and as always, don't forget to join us on Saturday for the Hezokuai and Frauditor News Network Saturday Night Snafu Show, which we always have lots of fun. Our guest this week is going to be the lovely Frauditor Reaper. Yes, that's right. We're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of good times, as always. And so, don't forget to tip your waitresses on the way out. And thank you so much for joining us. And as the Elvis Gnome always says, and I haven't got it down quite yet, but I want to have him like right in the position to where when I say, "Oh, yeah, I'm all shook up." I'm trying to get him so that it's a perfect match. Like, yeah, I'm all shook up. Thank you guys. I love you guys. See you next time. Breakfast with Hezokuai, Rise and Shine with Hezokuai Show. Thank you.